Welcome back to Otaku Daikun. We are continuing our playthrough of Fate Stay Night. The Fate route, which we'll be answering because a lot of people will ask throughout this. Shit, stream's not up? What? What you talking about? It's right here. Scathe. What was fast? Okita alter? Maybe she's so sick and pissed off that she's like dying of illness that she's just on a rampage. I don't know. So, before I realize it, it's morning already. Exciting. I stopped the alarm clock with a sigh. Today is my date with Saber, no matter what she says. Go on date with me, bitch! No. I will. I did say it would be coming up soon, though, on the Discord, but I will do it as well. Understood. I'd rather grab your attention with the Semirami's video and hopefully channel that into the live stream. I uploaded that like 90 minutes ago. I guess that's still pretty early, but enough to get 700 views, which is not bad. I'm going to take her to places she hasn't been and play around, and the most important thing is for her to enjoy herself. I was trying to use the knowledge I don't have to come up with a plan for the day, but the alarm clock went off before I noticed the time. I set the alarm clock just in case. I couldn't come up with any good plans last night, so I borrowed it from Tosaka, thinking I might have a long time to come up with a plan. It was useless in the end. Yes, so after this stream, if you haven't yet, definitely check out The Lore of Semirami's. That is out. I sigh again. That's the problem. Even more shocking than the fact that I couldn't get any sleep is the fact that I couldn't come up with any plan that might make a girl happy. Even though I thought about it all night. There's no way Shirou's gonna know how to make someone happy. He doesn't even know how to make himself happy. Which is actually half the battle. If you don't enjoy yourself, no one's gonna. If we go to cute-looking stores, she's bound to have fun. Well, I think the plan has some weak points, but I've made up my mind, so that's what I'm going to do. The news for FGO, are you talking about Okita? It's not like I have any other ideas, so I'm going to entertain her today until she gives up. You're out early today?
まだ眠ったままよ。あの様子なら目を覚ますのにもうしばらくかかりそうだけど、今日はそれが幸いしたわね。イリア、起きてればシローの後について回って邪魔してただろうし。
そうですね。今までのようにシローに同行されてはたまらない。昨夜はああなってしまいましたが、今日からは本気で残るマスターを探すのです。シローにはイリアスフィールに構っている余裕はありません。
ああ、そっちの邪魔じゃないんだけど、まあいいか。私が言っても仕方ないし、これはシローとセイバーの問題だし。
Huh. Tosaka tries to hide her laughter.
私とシローの問題ですか？
You have no idea. Saber's expression questions me. We're done eating breakfast, so this is a good time. Saber is ready to go and search for masters, but I have willpower as well. I just need to come out with it like a man.
そのことだけどな、セイバー。今日は隣町に出るから、支度があるなら今のうちに済ませておいてくれ。
マスター探しですか？それでしたら隣町ではなく郊外の方が確実だと思いますが。
I like Reen's expression right there.
そんなんじゃない。二人で遊びに行くんだから、郊外になんて言っても仕方がないだろ
う。は？
Saber freezes. I'll really have to get back at the person behind who's trying not to laugh.
シロー、それはどういう意味でしょうか？遊びに行くとはシローとリンではなく、
I think Reen had more than one of this outfit. And, to my experience, the Japanese do a lot more laundry. They do it in smaller loads a lot of times. But, yeah, that's generally how I've seen it.
俺が行くんだから、ついてくるのはセイバー以外いないだろう。トサカはうちでイリアの面倒を見てもらうから関係ない。
何をバカな。私とシローが隣町を探索したところで成果は薄い。そのようなことをしても意味がない。一体何をしようというのですか、あなたは。
My assumption is that Archer, as in, heroic spirit Emiya, was from a version where he didn't fall in love with her and wasn't as compelled and didn't take all the right steps to save her as you would think necessarily. So I don't know if he has the same affections for her, but certainly has a strong bond with her regardless. Yes, the music, this is a remixed soundtrack, I guess, now, because I upgraded the version that I was playing a little bit. Not too different, to be honest, but yeah. Saber complains directly. This is what I expected, but the future looks troublesome, as she still thinks we're going to town to look for the master, even after I told her clearly.
まいった。ここまで行ってもわからないんだな、セイバーは。要するに、俺はデートしようって言ってるんだけど、どうかな？
I ask, ignoring Tosaka's stare. I don't know how much she understands.
そのような言い方ではわかりません。具体的な内容を提示してくれませんか、シロー。
She asks, even less happily. That flips a switch within me. It seems like caring for her has the opposite effect when it comes to things like this. Until you start giving her food. It seems it would be both our benefits to state it clearly.
シロー、街に出るというのなら従いますが、デートをしようとはどういうことなのか説明してください。いくらこの時代に慣れていると言っても、私にも知らない単語はあります。あまり専門的な略語は使わないでほしい。
Well, now you know. Even if it teaches you stuff about the current world, it does not teach you things like dates.
別に専門的な単語じゃないぞ。知らないなら教えてやるけど、デートってのは女の子と遊びに行くって意味だ。
は？
Huh? Saber freezes.
女の子とは私のことを言っているのでしょうか？
She murmurs, still astonished. When I nod, Saber frowns even more unhappily.
言葉の意味は分かりましたが、意図が全く分かりません。そんなことをする理由は何ですか？
Her reaction is unexpected. The intention of a date is obvious, but I'm a bit hesitant to tell Saber straight on.
ああ、もうそんならしくない単語を使うから勘違いさせるのよ。デートなんて言わずにもっと分かりやすい言葉で説明すればいいのに。
Tosaka interrupts as if unable to ignore us.
いいセイバー、デートってのはね、要するに相引きのことなの。シロは遊びに行くって言うけど、つまるところ男の子が好きな女の子にアピールするチャンスってわけ。
Saber! Threaten? No, I already did that. She threatened me with violence, and so I just did it. And there's nothing more to say. I wouldn't even bother bringing it up, to be honest, and I'd appreciate that. I cough. Tosaka is right, but I think a date and a rendezvous are vastly different. But I shouldn't interrupt. It seems Saber finally understands what a date is.
そういうことだ、セイバー。今日一日は戦わないで町に行く。そもそも昼間は人目につくから戦えないだろう。ならどう過ごしてもいいはずだ。
それはそうですが、しかしあまりに意味がありません。そのようなことをしてもシローには何ら得るものがないのではありませんか。
そんなことはないけど、別にそうでも構わないぞ。今日はセイバーのために使うって決めたんだから、俺のことは気にするな。とにかく今日は絶対に町に行く。こればっかりは何を言われても変えないからな、セイバー。
I stare straight on at Saber. Reen, it has nothing to do with you. So please just leave that alone. After thinking with a serious face for a while.
では、私が反対した場合でも、シローは一人で町に出ると。
ああ、絶対に行く。そうでなきゃ、一晩考え抜いたのがバカみたいだ。
それでは私が付き添わないわけにはいきません。サーバントとしてマスターを一人にすることはできないのですから。
She goes to the clock town? With a deep sigh, Saber answers in her usual manner. I get really angry about her following me because she's my servant. But I managed to succeed in getting Saber out. So I just have to take Saber to places without thinking too much about it.
いってらっしゃい。お土産よろしくね。
I gesture to Tosaka to go to hell as she makes fun of me right to the end, and we go outside.
それで具体的にはこれからどうするのですか、シロー。
どうするって、とりあえず隣町に出る。交差点からバスが出てるからそれに乗っていこう。
Oh yeah, it seems Reen's gonna go to the clock tower pretty much no matter what. The road is awfully quiet. It's past 9 on a weekday, the town is starting to come alive, but it must be a bit too early for people to start going anywhere. There's no one out on the road, and it's like we have the place to ourselves.
そういえば、学校休むのに抵抗がなくなってるな。ここのところずっと家にこもってたし。
当然でしょう。シローはマスターなのですから、おいそれと出歩く方がおかしいのです。
She replies sharply. She's walking behind me as usual, but it feels different today. To put it nicely, I feel pressure from behind me. Anyway, Saber's going to be harder to handle today. Well, you are taking a wild lion into the city. We get on the bus. It would have been full of people an hour ago, but there aren't many people using it at this time. The only people on the bus are an old lady and a kid, so it's like we have this place to ourselves.
セイバー、一番後ろに座ろう。
Correct. She's, I guess, an apprentice of sorts to El Malloy. I call out to Saber, about to sit right at the front, and sit at the back end of the bus. My favorite route is the one I'm playing right now, the Fate route. Saber watches the passing scenery silently. Looking at her, I realize how crazy I'm being right now. The bus on the neighboring town is ordinary for me, to the ordinary town. But in this ordinary thing, there is something extraordinary. Well, in short, to be honest, my mind starts to twist like a Rubik's Cube, realizing we're about to go on a date. Oh, crap, I'm getting really nervous. I take a deep breath, trying not to let Saber notice. I know I shouldn't, but I sneak one more glance at Saber. My heart jumps. The Saber sitting next to me is a Saber I don't know. No, Saber herself is the same. All that's changed is the place. But still, just what makes me realize she is different. Or just that makes me realize she's different. Something I didn't notice back at my place. This ordinary scene seems like a different world, just because it has Saber in it. Her hair is like golden silk, and her green eyes are so beautiful that their mere presence is overwhelming. There wasn't much to compare her up against for now, up against to now, so I forgot about it. Damn. It's like I'm still warming up, my tongue's crazy. I remember the time I first met Saber. I was probably avoiding her because I was embarrassed about being fascinated by her. No matter what Saber says, she is a girl before she is a swordsman for me. I didn't know how to approach her and didn't realize my feelings for her. It's stupid even for me. I was finally able to believe in Saber with everything I have. And then I decided to go on a date with her. Just those two are in the wrong order, and I finally realize when our day is about to begin just how big a deal it is to go on a date with a girl you like. But that's fine. I can only do my best, so I can't back out now. I calm myself and shake off my weak spirits. The bus has crossed the bridge, and it's going into the developing area where the buildings are. I breathe out and prepare myself. The announcer I'm so used to hearing announces the next stop, Shinto Station. It's still 9 in the morning, but the area in front of the station is crowded. Most shops open at 10, but cafes and bookstores are already open. There are already many more people there. There are already many more people than there were at Miyama City. And this place is as crowded as it is... Oh my god. Give me a sec. And this place is as crowded as it is on weekends. No, everyone's just fascinated with Saber. Getting off the bus, Saber looks around unhappily. It's only natural. Saber was against the date, and people passing by are looking at her curiously. She must not feel too good about that. But that's going to follow us around for the whole day. If there's a way to calm it down, it's to make Saber have so much fun that she forgets about the people staring at her. I pound a fist and turn to Saber.
Saber, 初めに聞いておくけど、どこか行ってみたいところはあるか？せっかく来たんだから、今日ぐらいは好きなことをしてもいいだろう。
さあ、別にこれといって興味のある場所はありませんから。そもそも私にそのような選択をする知識はありません。
本当か？そりゃ参ったな。じゃあ本当にここからは出たとこ勝負なわけか。 セイバーに行きたいところがなくて、こっちもどこに行っていいかわからない。
No, novel pilot, no! I'm reading all sorts of text. Give me
ま
a
さか
break.
とは思うのですが、何の計画も立てていないのですか、シロ。
いや、少しはあるけど、中身はガラガラ。とりあえず、手当たり次第に店をはしごしよう。
Well, that's still difficult. I know places where I won't get bored, but I can't even imagine where a girl would be happy to go. Jeez, if it's going to end up like this, I wish I'd gone out with a girl just once.
まったく反論するわけではありませんが、シロはどうかしています。休憩を取ろうという考えはまだいい。ですが、その休憩すら明確な予定を立てていないとは何事ですか。
Oh. Saber enters her scolding mode. Scold me! This is the first time she started to complain about something outside of the dojo. I knew she was irritated not being up for this and being looked at by curious eyes, but I didn't think she was this irritated.
かねてからあなたの見積もりの甘さには一言したかったのです。あなたは周りのことは目に入ってるくせに、どうも自身に対する扱いが存在です。結果、齟齬を埋めるためにあなた自身が対価を払わなくてはならなくなると聞いているのですか、シロ。
聞いてるよ。要するに、今こうしているのが納得いかないんだろ、セイバー。まあ、俺に連れ回されてもつまらないのは目に見えてるし、嫌がるのは当然だろうけど。
I'm willing to explain to you privately on Discord if you'd like, but now is not the place. Nor the
そういう
time.
ことではなく、私は今はこのようなことをしている場合ではないと。
それも分かってる。けど聞かない。俺は今日一日セイバーに付き合ってもらうって決めたんだ。こればっかりは何て言われようと曲げない。絶対だ。
I look at Saber. Saber just looks back at me in shock.
ただ言いたいことがあるなら聞く。文句もあるだろうし、そういうのは今のうちに言っておいてくれ。その方がお互い気兼ねしなくて済む。セイバーが俺とデートするのが嫌だって言うんなら、別の方法だって考える。
あ、いえ、何もそこまでする必要はないと言いますか。私はその
なら文句はないんだな。
I'm sorry, I actually haven't had a chance to look at that Mark Hamill bit yet.
セイバーにリクエストがないんだから、どこ行ったって怒るなよ。
I'm considering an ordinary place, like an aquarium. I decide to grab Saber's hand.
シロ、文句はありませんが、何も手をつかむ必要はないのではありませんか。
Okay. Just look at that. So fucking cute. So fucking cute.
「いや、時間ももったいないし、少し走るからな。」
Oh, and then she blushes.
こんな状態ではその
Aww. start to run without waiting for Saber's reply. Since I've talked big to Saber, I can't act miserable now. I just have to take her to every possible place I can think of. I run, holding Saber's hand. She must have accepted it as Saber finally stops complaining and follows me quietly. Well, it's before 10 o'clock. I'll make the 2 hours before lunchtime worthwhile and surprise her. To summarize, the 2 hours went by like a storm. We went to a boutique I usually don't go to, and we played bowling while I taught her the rules. I couldn't find an aquarium, but we fed some birds in a park. We also went to an antique store, and I think it was best not to go to the movie theater. I find this is hilarious because Dean's stay night, the date he had with Saber, is literally the exact opposite. Yeah, I put the people in here collectively get to decide what I choose. Anyway, I keep taking her to places a girl might like for past 2 hours, and there were many results. Honorable defeats and total defeats. But I don't think this is what people would call a date. This is more like a contest, a fight to the death where the first one to give up loses. Saber is the same, as usual, no matter where I take her, and she sometimes goes so quiet that I seriously start wondering if she's really mad. She gives no reaction, so I become desperate to make her happy at the next place I take her to. As a result, I became obstinate about making Saber smile and ran around different places all morning. But it's already noon without much success. So, as Saber reminded me it's time for lunch, I decided to take a short break, but... Coffee! I complain once we're seated at a table.
昼食なら川沿いの喫茶店がおすすめよ。
In the Dean's Day night, he takes her to an aquarium, and they go see a movie. The things he couldn't find or do this time. That was the only advice Tosaka gave me last night. I trusted her and chose this place. But I never would have thought it'd be so fastidious. I look at the menu. Fortunately, the menu has a version in Japanese as well, so I have no problems reading it. That makes no... You know what? Of course it has a Japanese menu. Like, who on earth? PM is private message. But the trouble is, I can't understand what kind of food it is from the name, and the prices are outrageous.
火星かここは。何を頼んでいいのか全くわからないぞ。本気で。
I groan, looking at the menu.
シロ、ここには昼食を取るために立ち寄ったのではないのですか?
I hear a rather frail voice from the other side of the table.
そうなんだが、いかんせん勝手が違うというか。
I raise my head, and then... There is Saber with an expression like a cornered rabbit.
セイバー?
いえ、屋敷に帰りたいわけではなくですね。今日はひどく緊張したので、普段より疲れてしまったのです。
本当か。そっか。ここで飯にして一息ついたらまた街を出歩こうと思ったんだけど、セイバーが疲れたんならしばらくここで休憩しようか。
まさかそのようなことはありません。疲れたというのは語弊がありました。正しくはですね。
How did I get the visual novel in English? You can download it off of nya.si, and there's a comprehensive patch on Beast's Lair. This is the Rialta Nua edition, patched with stuff from the original PC version as well, so you still have the H scenes and things like that, so it's a best of both worlds kind of situation. Saber stops. That small gurgling sound was fortunately small enough that only I could hear. I don't know how they consider him in terms of divinity. No, if she was hungry, she could have just told me.
申し訳ありません。つまり昼食は早めにしてもらえると助かるということです。
了解。そうだな。面白みがないけど無難なところを頼んでみて、さっさと飯にありつこうか。
It's simple if all we want are light snacks. I order 2 things from the lunch menu and decide to eat quickly. The hell did you order? I consider what to do in the afternoon while drinking the after-meal tea, or coffee. Pfft. They drink tea or coffee, it's usually one of the two. What I learned this morning is that anything physical is not good. Saber gets serious when it comes to contests. That's good for me, but it makes Saber stand out even more. After we finished a game, Saber got angry because she caught all the attention she wanted to avoid.
そんなわけで体を動かすのは避けると。
Hello. I am excited for the English dub, but I'm waiting to get it on Blu-ray when it finally comes around.
なあ、セイバー。2度目になるけど、どこか行きたいところってあるか？
私にですか？いえ、特にはありません。私ではわかりませんから、このままシロにお任せします。
Saying so, Saber lifts her teacup. Saber ordered English tea, and it seems she really likes the taste. We don't have much English tea at my place, and even if we did, it's all instant tea bags. Did I not say Heaven's Feel? Shit, sorry, I'm like multi-tracked. I should put that into consideration starting tonight. Saber is sitting there and drinking tea. She doesn't seem happy or bored. That doesn't look happy at all? If I had to use one word to describe her, it'd be that she looks natural. She drinks her tea, sitting up straight in the shadows of the streaming sunlight. Even though this is the first time I've seen such a thing, it doesn't seem strange. It feels like I've seen such a scene before. Why do I feel that? The Saber I know is a tense girl who's always holding a sword and fighting.
ああ、そうか。
But it's only natural. I also know her attitude after she lets go of her sword. You can't have it on PS2 with English, no. This is a PC release of the Rialta Nua version of the game. It's kind of confusing, but this is the best version you'd want to have, honestly, anyway. When she stops fighting, Saber always has always been calm and gentle. The scene looks natural rather than new because this is her true nature. No matter how superior she is as a swordsman, it is natural for Saber to be like this. It's hard to say if I would feel nervous or not. Yeah, I don't think the disinfectant... Oh yeah, just like Lancer Artoria. Or the Ox King, as they call her. I once thought in my dream that she wasn't suited for fighting. I don't think I'm wrong, no matter how superior her technique, or no matter how many battles she's experienced. As long as she is who she is, it can't have been a comfortable place to be. So this is natural. Saber is resting, not holding a sword. This calm scene is the way it should be. We do the same thing in the afternoon. You said 1776. I could have sworn you said that. No wonder I'm getting it all fucking wrong. No, it still doesn't like you. Why the hell not? There we go. Fucking finally. Discord's being crazy. We go to every place I think of, and Saber follows me silently. But it's not as painful as it was in the morning. I don't know if it's because I'm getting used to her or whether Saber is complying. Saber still isn't talkative, but if I look closely, her expression isn't like it is when she's mad. There's a feeling of accomplishment and happiness when I see Saber leave his shop with light steps. So, considering many factors that might make Saber happy from many angles. I first came into contact with Fate via the 2006 anime. It was a good one. And no, if you've seen my previous streams, you'll know how I handle these age scenes. You can follow along with me. I read them alive, but I do censor it. Saber stands there, dumbfounded. I don't know if her shoulders are shaking because she's angry, or because she's deeply moved.
Shirou, ここは
街で一番品揃えのいいぬいぐるみ屋だってさ。男子禁制らしいんで立ち寄ったことはなかったけど。
Men aren't allowed in. Okay, I got a story to tell. When we were in Akihabara, there was this one adult store. And in Japan, when you have a really large store that would be like something the size of like a shopping mall or something, everything is stacked vertically, so there's multiple floors. And we noticed, my wife and I, that the top few floors of this adult shop were male only. So I was like, okay, let's go find out what's there. And, you know, it's nothing too surprising. It's a boatload of Ona holes and, like, male pleasure stuff. Yeah, obviously. But, like, there's all sorts of things. There'd be, like, the Ona holes that have vibrators inside them, and the countless number of parody ones that are based on a specific characters, like either of their privates, really. It's supposed to be shaped like that or whatever, and then you'd see like a full body cast of like a butt that you could, yeah, wow. But basically, I thought it was really fascinating that for this shop in Akihabara in Japan, they only let men go in the top 2 because they don't want any of their male customers feeling embarrassed about trying to buy one of these things in front of a woman. Of course, there's actually not a rule like that, but since there are only women and no men, it's like an unwritten rule. To prove it, there are only girls in here. The golden-haired Saber is being stared at, but being a guy, I'm also being glared at. I'm sure they would tell me not to come into their sanctuary. You know what, they don't sell a Saber Onohol that I'm aware of. I would not approve of men entering this place.
せっかく来たんだから周りは気にせず見て回ろう。そういえば好きな動物っているか？
主に獅子や豹などは愛らしいと思っているのですが、おかしいでしょうか？
You cough up blood onto a napkin and use that to summon Okita? That's awful. I feel that lions and panthers are lovely. Aww. She asks me with upturned eyes. I look away instantly and contain my laughter. The funny thing is, Saber is strange for thinking she's strange for thinking lions are cute.
シロ、今の行為は不自然です。何か言われのない怒りを覚えるのですが、私の気のせいでしょうか？
いや、悪い悪い。ライオンってのがあんまりにもセイバーらしかったんで、つい笑っちまった。
In retrospect, it felt a lot like a Japanese anime-themed Spencer's.
人の趣味を笑うのは良くないことです、シロ。それにライオンも悪くありません。
There is nothing wrong with lions.
だからすまなかったって。お詫びにいいとこに連れてくから、それで機嫌を直してくれ。
I go into the store while trying to hold my laughter. Well, it looks like the stuffed animals are all that way. What about doujinshi? There's all sorts of fate doujinshi. I mean, obviously you know that's out there, but all that stuff that you would see on a site like Hentai now are just, you know, published on store shelves, which is rather impressive, especially because you can just open... Actually, no. The back sides of the doujinshi would have a preview page that would show you, and you could find anything, literally any combination of characters and ships. There's even ones of the FGO protag giving it to Gilga in the butt, for instance. And then you're like, whoa, okay. I didn't know you could see that just right there, boom, in store. It's taken about an hour to go around the store. I looked at Saber staring at stuffed animals and felt really nervous with all the girls there. Anyways, it was the most tiring hour so far. But the worst part is, we've only looked through half the store. It took us this long to look at just half of it because Saber was frequently paralyzed. I mean, Saber kept staring down stuffed animals. It looks like Saber is interested in the other half too, so I'll accompany her.
シロ、どうしたのです？ため息をついて。歩き通して疲れてしまったとか。
ああ、ちょっと疲れた。 こんな程度で値を上げるほどやわじゃないんだけどな。ここは特別だ。
Pigs with tentacles? Oh my
す
god.
るもんじゃないのか。
I let out a big sigh. I don't mind being looked at by other people while walking with Saber, but a girl's only place like this is really uncomfortable. Boredom sometimes tires one's body.
そういうセイバーは大丈夫か？こういう店初めてだろ？疲れたんなら言ってくれ。
確かに私も落ち着きませんが、シローの方が居心地が悪そうです。ここだけではなく、先ほどの店もその前の店でもそうでした。まさかとは思うのですが、シローは自分で行きたくない場所を選んでいるのではないですか。
To be fair, though, Shirou and Artoria are so damn alike that even if he didn't have Avalon, I feel like there's a chance he could have summoned her. Assuming he ever lived long enough to be able to summon her anyway. For me, Saber's words are enough to cast away my worries.
そうだな。正直に言えば、あえて苦手なところを選んでるけど。
やはりどうかしています、シロー。慣れないと分かっていて、なぜこのような場所ばかり選ぶのです。それではあなたが。
いや、だって女の子にはこういう場所のが似合うだろう。遊びに行こうって連れ出したのは俺なんだから。今日はセイバーの日なわけだし。それにそう居心地悪くないぞ。セイバーがいるから大丈夫。隣にこれだけ美人がいるんだから、妬まれることはあれ、場違いだって思われることもないし。
何をバカな。武装していなくても私はサーバントです。いかに非戦闘時だからといって私を女性扱いする必要はありません。普段通りサーバントとして扱ってください。
バカはそっちだ。普段通りも何も、セイバーは初めっから女の子じゃないか。別に今日だけ気を使ってるわけじゃないし、今日の俺っていつもと違うか。
In astonishment, Saber opens her mouth as if she's just realized that.
いえ、同じです。あなたはいつも通りのシローでした。
だろ？だから俺に気を使う必要なんてないぞ。ほら、それじゃ行こう。一番気に入ったものを買うんだから、あと半分も見ないとダメだろ。
I take Saber's hand. Saber silently follows me.
そうでした。初めからそうだったのに、今になって気がつくなんて。
She murmurs to herself. I'm a bad person. I have both Artoria and Mordred as my waifu simultaneously. That sounds really bad, but yeah. The unusual day goes by quickly. Saber never laughed, nor could I laugh from the heart. It's not like there were any memorable moments, nor were it so boring that I regret doing it. To be frank, this was nothing. Saber might have been happier if we'd stayed at the mansion and trained together. But today wasn't bad. It wasn't fun or boring. But I can be proud of it in the end. After the battle is over and everyone goes back to normal, it would be too sad if all the time Saber and I were spent fighting. Even if something's stupid, she has to spend time not fighting, or there's no point in her being here. So I can be proud of myself for now. The end is near. When everything comes to an end, and when there's no more need to fight, if Saber will remember this moment and remember that this happened, that alone is enough for me to be proud of. We go home on foot. Because Saber said,
帰りは歩いて行きましょう。
just as I decided to go home by bus. There's some wind now. The vivid setting sun is lighting the bridge red. Saber notices something and stops. She is watching a mountain of rubble. It's not that tall, even though it's a mountain of rubble. Steel frames and the like are piled right up to the water's surface and are slightly distorting the flow of the river. I don't know why, but it seems like a ship sank or something, and pieces of it flowed into a mountain. I heard the local residents have been demanding its removal for a long time since it damages the beautiful sight.
なんだよセイバー、あれが気になったのか？
いえ、まだ残っていたのかと。あれの原因は私ですから。前回の戦いで水上戦を余儀なくされ、ここで宝具を使ってしまった。
Yeah, this is when she fought Gilgamesh and destroyed the ship behind him in the process of Excalibur!
被害は川を干上がらせただけでしたが、運悪く停泊していた船を巻き込んでしまったのです。
はあ？巻き込んだって、まさかエクスカリバーにか？
そうなのですが、幸い乗客はいませんでしたし、被害も大きくなかったんです。川だって今では元通りですし、そう起こらなくともいいではありませんか。私だって反省しているのですから。
I should watch out. I have to take care to only use Excalibur in an open place like this.
シロ。
Hello, Setsunake Yuki.
いや、別に怒ってない。ただびっくりしただけだ。あとはまあ前回の名残って結構あるんだなって。中央公園のあれのに比べたら川の瓦礫なんて問題じゃないだろう。まあ船の持ち主は災難だったとは思うが。
それはご安心を。船の持ち主には保険が下りたと桐次が言っていましたし、もともと緩衝材にするつもりで船を止めさせたのですから。船体を壁に見立てて宝具の威力を削いだのですね。
なんだ、じゃあ初めから承知で船を壊したってことか。
承知していたわけではありません。あれは桐次が私に黙って用意していたものです。そうですね、桐次には戦いの流れが読めていたのでしょう。船を用意する前もその後も一言も口にしなかったので気がつきませんでしたが。
Saber looks down at the river yearningly. The water surface reflects the sunset. The wind coming from the river is a bit strong and flutters Saber's hair. Yeah, that's Nasu being convenient with his writing. Is it because she looks so beautiful like that?
セイバー、今日は楽しかったか？
Maybe it's something that Irisfiel explained to her. I was assaulted by a sudden fear that Saber might just disappear, and I asked something I don't need to ask.
Hi.
I did see the Artoria build. It looks pretty cool, but I still just don't like the way they do faces in the Dark Souls or Bloodborne games.
言った。今日は楽しかったか聞いた。
She gasps. Saber opens her eyes in amazement.
そうですね。新鮮でないと言えば嘘になります。
She says so in a voice of hope, as if such a thing will never happen again. I knew what her answer would be. All I can do now is nod and just go home. Everything can return to the way it was, just like that.
そうか。
I nod, looking at Saber.
ならまた行こう。こんなの別に今回限りってわけじゃないんだから。
And I say something I won't be able to take back. Saber freezes. She must have realized what I want to say. She shakes her head, looking directly at me, as if saying there won't be a next time. As if this mistake is only for today.
それはなぜ？
I know Saber's answer, but I ask, not liking the answer I expect.
なぜも何もない。サーバントは戦うために存在するものです。今日のような行為は自らの存在を否定することになる。シローが休憩すべきだと判断したから従いましたが、もうこの先は体を休める必要はない
Well,
で
the
しょう。
thing is, Type Moon already has a gorgeous, wonderful visual novel that I really want to read in full in English, and it's Mahotsukai no Yoru, and I really, really, really want to see that fully translated, but there was like only one person doing all the work for a long time. We need to get that started. Unfortunately, I'm no good when it comes to that, but I could certainly promote it.
残る敵は少ない。シローが命じるなら今すぐにでもランサーを探し出したいほどですが。
She looks at me with eyes full of fire. Saber is saying she will start fighting right now if I order it. That causes me to get mad about all the things I can't approve of.
なんだよそれ。そんなに戦いたいのか、お前は。
当然でしょう。戦えば戦うほど聖杯に近づくのです。私にとって戦闘は何よりも優先すべきことです。それは素人って分かっているはずですが。
ああ、分かってる。だからおかしいんだ。前から言いたかったんだけどな。矛盾してるぞ、お前。
Well, so is Shirou.
セイバーは戦いが大事だっていう割に自分から戦いたいなんて思ってないだろう。他に手段がないからいやいや戦ってるに過ぎないんじゃないのか。
そんなことはありません。私は戦闘をためらわない。勝利するためならば手段は選ばないと言ったでしょう。
If Nasu tried to make an idle game, that would be freaking weird. It would be so, like, laden with, like, psychological traumas and weird things. Yeah, she did say that. But that's not a reason to like fighting.
できる範囲でだろ。いいか、セイバー。単純に他のマスターを倒して聖杯を手に入れるっていうんならさ、ライダーみたいに人を襲って力を得ればいい。だけど、セイバーはそれが嫌なんだろう。
それは
無関係な人間を巻き込みたくないんじゃない。いざ戦いになれば人は死ぬものだとお前はよく分かっている。
Fighting to stop fighting implies that once you've defeated whatever it is you're trying to defeat, you will be done. There will be no more threat, no more need to fight.
そう。だからこそお前は戦闘を最小限に抑えたがっていた。
Problem is, usually fighting begins anew. If you don't keep fighting, someone else will.
つまり
After opening her eyes as if she's seen a ghost, she grits her teeth and straightens her stare.
違います。私は戦いを怖がってなどいません。
そうだな。確かにお前は初めから怖がってなんていなかったと思う。そんな個人の恐怖なんて王の使命とやらで塗りつぶされていたんだろうから。だけどそれでもお前は戦いを嫌ってる。お前は単に強くて戦いがうまかっただけだ。けどそれはお前が望んだ才能じゃないだろう。はっきり言うぞ。お前は戦いになんて向いていない。本当は剣を取ることさえ嫌だったはずだ。戦うことだけが目的だっていうのはお前自身がお前をごまかすための言い分に過ぎない。
It's so simple. Why didn't you or anybody around you notice it? This is the fate route.
シロ、いくらあなたでも
Aw.
それ以上の侮辱は許しません。
図星だから我慢できないんだろう。認めたら戦えなくなるからな。
She grits her teeth. Saber glares at me in anger. I can't back away. If I believe I'm right, I can't run away.
だからやめろよ。お前だってやめたがってるんだろう。剣なんて自分に向いてないって分かってるんだろう。ならやめてしまえばいい。サーバントなんてやめてもっと自分に向いたことをしろ。
There's supposed to be a Tsukihime remake, but it ain't gonna happen. She needs to regain the happiness she should have had as a human. For that,
バカなことを。私に戦う以外の選択肢などありません。この私は聖杯を手に入れるためだけのものです。王の誓いを守るためにこの身を差し出した。それ以外の自分の使い道など私には許されない。
I have a sneaky suspicion that we're more likely to get a Kingdom Hearts 4 than we are to get a Tsukihime remake. I only exist to obtain the Holy Grail. That annoys me the most. Why does she say ridiculous things like that as if to convince herself? Everyone around her took her word because she kept saying things like that.
バカ、そんなことあるか。道なんていくらでもある。お前はここにいるんだ。昔のお前とは違う。ならこれからは自分のために生きなきゃダメだ。間違っても聖杯を。
The final wish she's permitted.
どうでもいい他人のためなんかには使うな。
We are getting a Kingdom Hearts 4. Maybe.
ここにいるな
As long as it keeps making money, I
ここで
guess.
幸せにならなきゃダメだ。
Sora will never get old. Or at least as old as it takes to make his games. I hear the wind. Saber doesn't answer. She doesn't even nod. She just looks back at me.
その言葉にはうなずけない。私はあなたに従うと契約した。だが心まで預けたわけではありません、マスター。
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. Burn. Oh. Oof. Ow. When I gave you my heart, but the very next day you threw it away. She replies with a strong voice.
王の誓いは破れない。私には王として果たさなければならない責務がある。アーサー王の目的は聖杯の入手です。それが叶おうとも私はアルトリアに戻ることはないでしょう。私の望みは初めから一つだけ。剣を手にした時からこの誓いは永遠に変わらないのですから。
なんでだよ。 セイバーがやらなくちゃいけないことはそんなんじゃないだろう。
Yes, I meowed.
そんな最後まで報われないなんて間違ってる。お前には聖杯なんて必要ない。それに
And Saber's wish won't come true. It's impossible to erase everything that's happened.
セイバー、起きてしまったことをやり直すなんてできないんだ。いや、それはやってはいけないことだと思う。そんなことぐらいお前だって気づいてるんじゃないのか。
いいえ、決してそんなことは。
なら言ってや
I
る。
could create a soundboard, I suppose.
たとえどんなにひどい結末だろうと、起きてしまったことを変えるなんてできない。できなかったからやり直しがしたいなんて、そんなのは子供のわがままと同じじゃないか。
I like Bryce what is it? Papenbrook, fuck, I don't know, don't hate me. But I like his voice. I first heard him as Asbel in Tales of Grace's F, and I thought that was pretty cool. Our words end there. Saber doesn't say anything, and I don't have anything to say. The wind has stopped as well. No, the wind hasn't stopped. It's only died down for a second. That's a very important thing to distinguish, you know. Another sound of wind. Just as I feel the wind on my cheek.
シローなら分かってくれると思っていた。
The wind is changed into a headwind.
今日一日無意に過ごし、言いたかったことはそれだけですか。
Oh, now she's pissed. A cold voice. It contains only rejection.
思い上がらないでほしい。あなた程度の人間に私の何がわかるというのです。あなたに私に踏み入る権利などない。戦うなですか。私に守られなければならない未熟なマスターが何を。そのような世まい事を吐くのは一人で戦えるようになってからにしてください。まあそんなことは永遠にありえないでしょうが。
違う。世まいごとって俺は。
ですから世まいごとでしょう。自分のことを考えろですって。あなたは自分の命が感情に入っていない。あなたは私が間違っていると言いますが、あなたの方こそ何かを間違えている。自身より他人を優先するなど死者の考えだ。自身の命の重みも知らない大バカ者がよくもそんなことを言えたものです。
The etchy button is turned off? If there's a button, I would never use it. It would stay on all the time.
セイバー、お前。
勘に触りましたか。ならいっそのこと契約を解除しても構いません。どうせあなたは聖杯を必要としていない。あとは私一人でマスターを破り聖杯を手に入れるだけですから。
This sounds like a much more civilized, but certainly relatable scenario of like an angry breakup.
そんなに戦うのが嫌ならばあなたは遠くで隠れていればいいでしょう。
セイバー、お前。
I'm playing the uncensored version, but obviously I can't show all of that to you on YouTube. I ask with a trembling voice. My teeth are chattering because I'm suppressing my emotion.
当然です。私の目的は聖杯だけ。それ以外のことなど余計だ。シロ、それはあなたも例外ではありません。
stop breathing. I bare my head, going white, and manage to restart my stopped heart.
この分からずや。いい、そんなに
You blockhead!
勝手にしろ。もう俺は知らないからな。
But I can't stop my emotions. I yell what sounds like an excuse and run away from Saber. I get away from her. For a moment, I think I see Saber standing there absent-mindedly. Let's get a look at that. This is what happens when you've been a bad Saber. I run. I keep running, not knowing what's so vexing or maddening.
それ以外のことなど余計だ。シロ、それはあなた。
I grit my teeth, hard, and stop myself from yelling out. Just remembering it makes me white out, and I might run into a pole or something. No, it'd be easy if I could do that. If I was just angry at Saber, I could just take it out on something. But that's not the cause of this fury. It's not just Saber that I'm mad at. It's so vexing, and I keep running so hard because I hate how weak I am. Saber was standing there absent-mindedly. The words she said, just as the wind changed directions.
シロなら分かってくれると思っていた。
I don't know, I feel the arms are reasonably proportioned. I'll have to stare at them next time. But usually I notice they make a lot of, women in anime have very short arms, which is actually pretty awkward.
くそ、そんなの分かるか、バカ。
I spit that out, and then regret it so much that I almost fall. What was it about? Her voice, like a farewell, sounded like she was crying. Come to think of it, maybe those words were the only honest thing she said. Those words murmured with her head hung. A voice of hope, disappointment, and wishes. Then, who was the betrayer and who was betrayed? What's a spoiler? I can't even, comprehend half this chat sometimes. I run into my room and shut the door. I collapse. I don't want to stand up. I just want to lie down and go to sleep. But my body is still burning. My heart feels like it's splitting open and my lungs are desperate for air. I ran full speed from the bridge to be here. My body must be exhausted. I haven't run enough emotionally, but my body is telling me to calm the fuck down. I slowly calm down. I take a deep breath and let it out. And after I settle my breathing, all that fills my head is the question of why I was so enraged. I don't even have to think about it. I don't see how that thing about Avenger could be construed as a spoiler. I don't even know what it's referring to. I ran as if throwing something off me because I was so powerless. I can't save Saber. That fact is so vexing that I was angry at myself. I can't do anything. I promised to make her laugh. I promised to protect her, but I can't do anything. That makes me furious.
どうしろってんだ。セイバー自身が自分の幸せを求めていない限り。
There's a surprising lack of swearing in this now that I think about it. That's why I tried hard, so she'd be able to find her own happiness. But she told me that was meaningless, and on top of that, she called me a fool.
自身の命の重みも知らない。大バカ者。
What can I do when she says that? I value my life as well, and I don't want to do anything that might endanger it. But this has nothing to do with Saber. I think it's unfair of her to bring it up right here. No matter how stupid I am, I'm sure Saber's wrong. But if she denies me like that, I can't do anything.
もう勝手にしろ。
I turn over and lie on my stomach. The floor is the only view, so I close my eyes to black out my mind. That's it. I don't care about Saber anymore. If the Holy Grail is so important to her, she can go marry it. She is so obstinate that she doesn't understand after I've told her this much. I'll be burned if I associate with her anymore. No, I'll be seriously hurt. Like it matters. Oh! No! 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 You didn't see that! You didn't see that! You didn't see that! You didn't. You didn't. You didn't. I've already been hurt, though. Not just burned. I met her, fought with her many times, and even had sex with her, even though it was just to survive. The heat of that night wasn't a burn, but it almost killed my brain. Why? Why to recall such a thing when I'm so pissed off? If I recall that, it won't matter what Saber says.
何が戦うだけのものだ。それなら半端に弱い部分なんて見せるなって言うんだ。
You know what? We'll find out. Anyway, Saber is unfair. I don't know what's so unfair, but I think it's unfair that I don't know what's unfair. I can't hate her even though I'm this mad, and the more I try to ignore her, the more I can't. It's such a contradiction. Her whole existence is unfair. I can't hate her no matter what.
畜生。惚れた方が負けってこういうことか。
But I can't help it. If I can't give up no matter how useless she tells me it is, I have to keep trying until the end. No matter how much Saber hates it or rejects me, if I believe I'm right.
シローなら分かってくれると思っていた。
I remember her face about to cry. In the future. Will she make that kind of face every time I repeat this?
それでもだ。どんなことになってもうなずくわけにはいかない。
Even if I'm wrong and Saber's right. If she's really important to me, I can never apologize to her. I thought I heard a sound. When did the sun set? The room is dark. The sound of the second hand on the clock is
ちょ
annoying.
っといつまで寝ぼけてるのよ。いい加減起きてもらわないと困るんだけど。
Shirou, get the fuck up!
だから起きなさいって。もう10時過ぎよ。ご飯を食べさせろってイリアがうるさいんだから起きて相手をしてあげなさい。
An angry voice that wakes me up completely.
10時過ぎ？
I get up quickly.
そう、正確には22時17分。夕飯の時間にしては論外ね。
Reen, of course I value you in my streams, absolutely, but I can't have people saying stuff that is really misleading. Tosaka looks flabbergasted.
すまん、寝てた。すぐに行くから今で待っててくれ。
それはいいけど、シロ、セイバーは？
いや、ここにいないんなら道場か今じゃないのか。
シロ、私はセイバーがいないから聞いてるの。
Tosaka is serious. That tells me what the situation is in an instant.
まさかあいつ帰ってきてないのか。
ちょっとシロ。
What made you think she'd just come
ど
home?
ういうことよ。
Tosaka runs out of the room after me. But I don't have time to explain. I run outside, ignoring Tosaka's words behind me. The town is quiet. A world like yesterday, where all signs of people have vanished. I don't have enough composure to think straight now. Saber isn't back. Come to think of it, that's only natural. We argued so much. She said she would fight by herself. So, considering her personality, she really would go and fight by herself. Saber could be anywhere. It's possible that I won't find her, and that she's fighting Lancer right now. But still, I came here first. The air by the river is cold. The park is so cold that it feels like frost is packed here. My breath is white, and my cheeks and ears hurt. It's so cold here. How cold must it be on the bridge where the wind from the river rises? That is where she's standing. Right where I fled from her. Saber is looking out at the river, not doing anything. Believe it or not, we are on track for Saber's good ending, basically. There is only one ending for Saber. The other endings are just you dying. So as long as you don't die, you've got her good ending. Is she looking at the long gone sunset? Her gaze into the distance seems to be watching a red horizon that has already disappeared. That makes me realize she's strong yet so weak. Her gallant figure must be proof that she could live without anybody's help. But she is so weak that my hand might go through her if I reach out. She can't do it alone, but she defends her pride until the end. That's why. It was the same for me, watching stars that cannot be reached. She stares at the distant set sun, as if she knows nothing else. I can't leave her alone. If I lost, it was a complete loss for me. It made me swear to myself that I would never let her make such a face. I walk on the bridge. I'm making sounds, but Saber doesn't notice. I walk towards her in silence and stand next to her.
Saber, 体冷えるぞ。
Well, it's still a good ending until you get to the last episode, which I'll be following the Fate route with the last episode from Rialta Nua, because it's the end of her story, so there you go. She must finally have noticed me.
Shirou.
Saber turns around as if to question me.
何してんだよ、こんな時間まで。いつまでも帰ってこないから、遠坂が心配してたぞ。
そうですか。それは悪いことをした。
別にいいけどな。けど、なんだってこんなところにいたんだ、お前は。
はい。ここにいたのはまだ行き先が決まっていなかったからです。シローは勝手にしろと言ったでしょう。ですから勝手にしようと思ったのです。けれど何をするべきか、何をしたいのか、どこに行きたいのか思い浮かばず、ずっとどこに行くべきかを考えていました。
She speaks like a lost child. She must feel guilty as Saber keeps averting her gaze. We did have that big fight. It's only natural for her to think I'm still mad.
申し訳ありません。リンには世話になったと伝えてください。
Na 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 na.
ランサーを倒し、
I love white light.
聖杯を手に入れたのならシローの元に戻ります。ですからそれまで。
Is she saying she'll wander around without a place to return to?
何言ってるんだ。お前が帰るところは俺んちだろ。飯だって布団だってちゃんとセイバーの分を用意してんだから。
ですがシロはもう私のことなど知らないと。
そうだよ。セイバーが何考えてるか俺にはわからない。
So saying, I take Saber's hand.
シロ、
うちに帰るぞ。いくらサーバントだからってこんなに冷えたら風邪をひく。早く戻ってあったかいものでも食べよ
う。ですが私は。
Aww. Shirou said something about food and you made her blush. That's the truth.
言っとくけど俺は謝らないからな。文句があるなら今のうちに言っとけよ。
I say so rudely, looking away from Saber. She looks at me astonished. She looks like she wants to apologize, but I ignore her. That must have worked on her. Saber doesn't say anything and follows while holding my hand. Alright. Okay, someone needs to make a freaking doujin that is basically food sex with Saber. We come down from the bridge and into the park. It's 11 o'clock. There's nobody in the park, but it's overly decorated with things like the fountain and streetlights. We keep walking. Saber is walking slowly. She was standing on that bridge far more than 5 hours. She must be freezing and be tired as well. She falls forward sometimes as I pull her by the hand.
セイバー、もう少しゆっくり歩こうか。なんか調子が良くなさそうだし。
I turn around to check on her.
いえ、体はとても元気です。ただリンの言葉に踊らされるわけではありませんが、こうして手をつないでいると本当に合いびきのようだなと。
So, hearing that, I feel my face burn up in an instant.
そうだな。手離そうか。セイバーが迷惑だったらの話だけど。
いいえ、私もこうしている方がいいです。シローの手は温かくて安心します。
Our conversation ends right there. I walk on to hide my embarrassment. Saber silently accompanies me. How much further is it to the mansion? I feel embarrassed by the warmth in my hand as I leave the park. Many things happen today, but if it ends with this warmth, I can change religion and start to pray with that priest. That's not how it works, I swear, but the instant I think so,
どこに行く?
I realize there is no god, there's just Gilgamesh. And his Mesopotamian nonsense and all the gods and the age of gods and the fucking root, and what do? When the only place that seems to worship a god is evil, because Kirei. We meet someone we never should have met. My happy mind freezes in an instant. Goosebumps from all over my body and throat won't move, as if it's forgotten how to breathe.
シロ、
It must be the same for Saber behind me. Her hand holds me tightly, just as I feel an unavoidable death. Saber too feels an inconceivable desperation.
待たせたな、セイバー。約束通り、こうして迎えに来てやったぞ。
あーちゃ。
Do you like my jacket? I bought it from Uniqlo just for you. The Golden Servant, the unknown heroic spirit who swept away the bone creatures and even cast her herself without any difficulty. That monster is in front of us. He's so close to us, at a distance with which we could start fighting if we wanted to face a death greater than Berserker.
どうしたセイバー。俺がわざわざ出向いてやったのだ。いつまでも黙っているのは無礼であろう。それとも俺のものになる前に少しばかり遊ぶつもりか？
Archer stifles his laughter happily. His eyes aren't looking at me. He's only watching Saber. Probably because he's coming to get Saber in this route, and he doesn't give a shit in the others. With his rude eyes, he's looking at her as if evaluating a work of art. Saber's presence changes. She must have prepared herself. Unlike me, unable to even move a finger, she is already glaring at that enemy servant.
シロ、何としても衝撃だけは防ぎます。その隙にあなただけは離脱してください。それがどれほど困難かは分かっていますが、あのサーバント相手ではそれが精一杯なのです。
Her back asks me to forgive her. Even Saber can only manage to block his first attack. The chance of success of retreating from a guy like this is low. Saber is asking for my forgiveness, for that low chance, probably. Swiggity swooty, coming for that Saber booty. She knows she has no way to defeat that servant. She can't do that. This is different from when we fought Berserker. For some reason, I know that making Saber fight this servant would be bad. No, I may know the reason. I felt it when this noble phantasm... Oh, I felt it when I saw his noble phantasms last night. Saber will not be able to beat this man no matter what. It's not about skills as a swordsman. Before that, the prerequisites are wrong. As long as they are heroic spirits, no heroic spirit will be able to beat him.
違う。逃げるのはお前の方だ、セイバー。
シロ。
I cover Saber and face Archer.
ほう、そうか。マスターがいたのだったな。あまりのみすぼらしさゆえ、犬か何かだと思ったぞ。
He's so shabby that I thought he was a dog or something. He says happily. The man raises his hand and slowly brings his fingers together. I feel sick. I'll be killed if I don't retreat now. There's no reason or logic behind it. I just feel instinctively that I'll be killed if I stay in front of him, and...
行け、セイバー。ここからなら境界が近い。あいつならあれが相手でもお前をかくまってくれるはずだ。
I push Saber away and run as if shaking off the premonition of death attacking me. There's only one thing to do. I run up to him, project Saber's sword, like when I fought Berserker, and... My body flies. The fuck? The instant that man clicked his fingers, something appeared right beside me. I can tell it was a big hammer, and that I was smashed away, flying across the ground like trash. I can't move. I feel like all the bones in my body are broken. I can't feel my limbs, my pain is numbed, and I can't even tell if I'm alive or not.
殺しはせん。今ここで貴様を潰せばセイバーも消えてしまうからな。不本意ではあるが聖杯を呼ぶまでは生かしておいてやろう。
The man laughs. I move my hands to try to get up, but my body won't move at all. My blood isn't flowing. It feels like the energy to move my body has stopped reaching my limbs.
だが思い上がるなよ雑種。貴様なぞいなくともサーバントを存命させる方法はある。単に今の状態が最も手がかからぬだけだ。それ以上さえずるのなら殺すぞ。
That kills my mind. He will kill me. If I move any more, he will do so without hesitation. How could anyone move after being told that?
Shirou!
Saber tries to run to me.
どこに行く？邪魔者はいなくなったのだ。お前が向かうべきはそのようなクズではなかろう。
That piece of shit is not the man you should be running to. Look at that face. Look at that fucker. His eyes are so clear that it's spooky. But the man won't allow that. He stands before me and waits for Saber to come to him. Saber stops and glares at the man. There's about 10 meters between them. It's a distance Saber would be able to close instantly, but...
その様子ではまだ俺に下る気はないようだな。理解に苦しむ。お前ほどの英霊ならば俺に選ばれることがどれほどの価値か分かろうに。
よまいごと英霊になろうと私は王だ。貴様の軍門になど下らぬ。
そうか？いかに王であろうとお前は女だ。主の前に頭を垂れ仕え尽くすが女の幸せであろう。だというのに何を拒む？まさか物もわからぬ小娘でもあるまいし、俺の女になるのは恐ろしいか
Why do they drink sake out of a bowl? That's a very spontaneous question, but it's just one way to drink it, I guess. I mean, they have small little shot-sized glasses and such, but they also have it wider in like a little dish so you can sip your sake more easily.
貴様。
そう憤るな。俺は奪うだけではない。等しく喜びも与えよう。俺のものになるというのならば、文字通りこの世のすべてを与えてやる。誇るがいい。お前にはそれだけの価値があると認めたのだ。
The man moves. He opens his arms as if to accept Saber.
そう。守護者になどなることもなく、死にゆく運命に戻ることもない。もう一度だけ言うぞ、セイバー。このまま俺のものになれ。
Become my thing is really what he says.
この世界で共に二度目の生を謳歌しようではないか。
断る。そのようなことに興味はないし、何より貴様と共に生きるなどまかり間違ってもありえません。
These mongrels are all bullying me, die. She does not nod or retreat. Saber looks at Archer head on. He stops. I don't know what's so funny, but the man starts laughing.
いいぞ。それでこそ俺の見込んだ女よ。はあ、この世に一つ程度は俺に従わぬ者がいなければな。よーし。では力ずくだ。聖杯を手に入れた後、その身に中身をぶちまけてやろう。喜べよ、セイバー。そうなればマスターなど不要となる。万能の器である聖杯。 その力すべてを飲み干すのだからな。サーバントなどと人間の使い魔に甘んじることもなくなるだろう。
The man says so with satisfaction. To that, Saber replies,
アーチャー、貴様の目的は何だ？
She must have realized that fighting is the only way. Saber asks for her enemy's reasons at the end.
目的か？さあ、何だったか。あいにくこの世の財はすべて手に入れた身でな。望むものなどとうにない。
Gilgamesh doesn't like Saber Alter.
聖杯を求めてはいないというのか？
He likes Artoria for her purity so that he can claim it for himself and corrupt her on his own.
聖杯？ああ、不老不死か。そんなものは蛇にくれてやった。
不老不死を蛇に譲った。
You know damn well, Gilgamesh, that you wanted that immortality. You wanted it, and you still technically have it. You gave it to a snake? No, the snake stole it. Don't try to act like it was your decision. I meant to do that. Saber's presence freezes. What was that conversation? Saber shakes her head and tries to deny the word.
だがこの世界は面白いぞ。根本は変わらぬが、装飾もここまで来れば別物だ。これならば、再びこの世で君臨するのも悪くない。
That's a joke in Carnival Phantasm, at least.
そうだな。俺の目的といえばそんなところか。それを効率よく進めるというのであらば、聖杯の力も悪くはないな。
It'd make more sense, Miku, if you watch my Gilgamesh lore video, but basically he tries to get basically a potion of immortality or whatever, and a snake comes at him and makes him drop it, and the snake gets to it first.
支配欲か。見下げ果てたな、アーチャー。そんなことのために聖杯を欲するとは。
欲するのではない。世の財はすべて我のもの。自分のものを他人に使われるのが我慢ならんだけよ。お前とて、その政権を人に使われては腹立たしいだろう。騎士王よ。
Saber's body grows misty. After a brief flash, Saber is wearing her silver armor.
ほう。
The man does not even move. In the next instant, Saber dashes forward. She runs up to the man instantly and slashes her invisible sword with deadly speed. Repelled, Saber jumps backward. If Saber's armor is materialized from her magical energy, his armor must be the same as well. In the short battle, the enemy has armed himself. Saber looks calmly at Archer, holding her sword ready. Even with her stare, the man does not stop smiling.
よいぞ。歯向かうことを許す、セイバー。
Technically, the potion of immortality is a potion of youth. It made the snake turn back into a baby, I think, right? It's the same potion that Gil will drink and become Child Gil. Whenever you see that, that's why there is a Child Gil. Oh right, it sheds its skin, correct. But yeah, it does make the snake shed its skin, and that's presumed why snakes shed their skin. It's one of them origin stories or whatever. And that's why they use a snake skin to summon Gilgamesh for Fate 0. 1 blow, 2, 3... 1 blow, 2 blow, 3 blow, 4 blow. It almost sounded like a nursery rhyme or some shit. I never read anything about that, but I guess that makes somewhat sense. He might have had to take like a little tiny bit to not become a kid again. Each time Saber's sword finds the enemy, blinding light is released. Combinations like a strobe. It's just like when I first saw Saber when she fought Lancer. Saber drives magical energy into her sword and strikes with it like lightning. The swords and armor clash. The man hasn't even drawn his weapon yet. With Saber's sword in front of him, he is just protecting his head with his hands. The man does not have the skill to block Saber's sword. Saber is much better than this man at sword techniques. And on top of that, Saber's sword is invisible. Even if the man had a weapon, I don't think he would be able to block that invisible sword. The invisible sword keeps hitting the man's armor. The sword smashes against the armor, shaves it, letting off lightning sparks. All the man can do is protect his head with his hands. Oh, whoops. This isn't even a match. This is just one-sided elimination. But, still, the golden armor retains its shape. If the armor is free of damage even after taking Saber's attack so many times, could it be that his noble phantasm is his golden armor?
さすがにこれ以上はまずいか。相変わらず底なしの魔力よな。俺の鎧がきしみを上げるなど、そうあり得ることではないのだが。
The enemy, who is merely defending, raises his arm. Not towards Saber, I don't know why, but the man raises his hand to the night sky and...
戯れは終わりだ。その身、ここで俺に捧げるがいい。
Is it an illusion? In his hand? A short sword, like a key, is in his hand. Saber attacks with all her power, but... the enemy repels it with his dark red sword.
今のは復讐の呪詛を含んだ宝具か。
Have a good night. The fact that the enemy has revealed his weapon is a threat. But at the same time, it means the enemy's attacks are revealed. It doesn't matter if his noble phantasm is a sword or armor. As long as you can see it, you're able to deal with it. Saber readies herself. As the man said, his armor is at its limit. If Saber if Saber relaunches her fierce barrage of attacks, she should be able to slash through his armor. Even if he has brought out his noble phantasm, it won't make a difference to the fact that the next blow will decide the match.
最後だ。前回つけられなかった決着をつけよう。アーチャー。
The sword in her hand is still invisible. Readying the holy sword sealed in wind, Saber stares at her enemy. It seems Saber knows what that noble phantasm is. That's why she intentionally distanced herself, and since she knows how to deal with it, she's confronting the enemy straight on. If their noble phantasms are swords, and if the sword's abilities are equal, the deciding factor will be their own sword techniques. But by that theory, Saber has to win.
よかろう。では来るがいい、セイバー。
かかってこい。
その剣に免じ、俺のすべてを見せてやる。
The man laughs. Saber charges without hesitation. Saber's sword will slash his armor for sure. The instant I think that.
ゲート・オブ・バビロン。
An invisible door opens behind the man. Artoria has the better sword skills, but Gilgamesh has all sorts of totally OP swords. And it seems that in order to be able to take on Excalibur at all, he definitely needs Ea. So for Artoria, it really just comes down to a battle between Ea versus Excalibur. Saber's body stops. The weapons the enemy takes are different from the previous dark red sword. The first is an invisible sword like Saber's. As soon as Saber defends against it, the man is holding yet another sword. This sword is of ice. She twists her body to avoid it, but the space the sword goes through freezes. Saber retreats, covered in ice. As the ice starts to break, the enemy holds a sickle-like weapon. She instantly tries to block the weapon approaching her neck with her gauntlet, but it's useless. The sickle goes through her arm, like the gauntlet isn't there, and takes away her magical energy, as if cutting away her bone and not her flesh or blood. Saber totters, but manages to stay standing. It is a different kind of retreat now, not to distance herself and prepare for the next attack. It's a desperate retreat, just to get away from the enemy.
そんなバカな。
You really want to know why Saber can't have her scabbard? You need to watch more of this video then. Saber glares at the enemy, drawing magical energy into her arm. Many handles are floating around the man. That's what slaughtered Castor. And those are the noble phantasms of the Golden Knight who cornered Saber. It's a scene that makes me even want to doubt my own eyes. Those handles floating behind him are surely those of noble phantasms. Not just 10 or 20. No, even though I can't see them, I can feel that they are infinite. From all times and places, as if to say that that servant has all the divine mysteries from every legend.
あーちゃん、あなたは何者だ?
Saber's voice is trembling. A servant will not answer when asked their true identity. But the enemy's noble phantasm is so strange that Saber has to ask.
答えなさい、アーチャー。英霊が持つ宝具は一つだけのはず。いえ、中には複数の宝具を持っている者もいますが、だとしても2つが限度だ。
Then you haven't met Astolfo.
そのように
Astolfo's got quite a few.
持つ英霊など
Like 5
存
of
在する
them,
はず
right?
がない。
存在するはずがない？それは早計だな、セイバー。英霊は生前持ち得た武器を宝具とする。ならば単純な話ではないか。この宝具はすべて俺が生前に集めたものということではないか。
私を侮っているのか、アーチャー。それこそ絶対にありえない。あなたが何者であろうと、他の英霊たちのシンボルたる宝具を揃えられるはずがない。そのような英霊はこの世界に存在しない。
Saber is right. All the noble phantasms he has are real. There are demonic swords from Northern Europe and demonic swords from South America. No hero made his name in so many different places. And first of all, only Lancer has Gay Bolg. Heroic spirits' noble phantasms are the weapons they had when they were alive. By that rule, as soon as he has Gay Bolg, he has to be Cuchulainn. But he isn't Cuchulainn. So that lance cannot be Gay Bolg. But that thing is. That is definitely the real Gay Bolg. This could be explained if it was a fake, but as long as it's real, this contradiction is... No, hold on. Original? The model of weapon?
まさかいいけど
It is possible. Myths and legends do not start from nothing. All myths have common points because of a single foundation became their model. Because legends that become objects of faith are only those that originate in that land, I think demonic swords and holy swords start having special abilities around that time. So before that, what if noble phantasms and myths and legends had a form before they were given names?
おお、お前のマスターも捨てたものではないな。どうやら俺の正体に心当たりがあるらしい。
Saber looks towards me, so far away. I can't even help her if she's so far away. My body has only recovered to the point where I can barely move my fingers.
いけろセイバーそいつとホーグは
本物だというのだろう。そう、単純な話だセイバー。最も古い時代、まだ世界が一つだった頃の話をしよう。その国は栄え、王はあらゆる財宝を収集した。集められぬものなどなく、足りぬものなどなく。
Yes, Gabolg was made from the bones of a sea monster.
王は完璧な宝物庫を持ち、その中にある有象無象の武器は使われることなく王と共に眠りについた。要はそれだけの話だ。王の死後、宝物庫の中身は世界に散らばり、名剣であるがゆえに重宝され活躍し、いずれ宝具として扱われた。わかるか騎士王よ。お前たちの扱う宝具とやらは、もともとはその王の持ち物に過ぎないのだと。
It's like inheritance. If you go back far enough, a model must exist. So it's only natural for every legend, myth, folklore, and noble phantasm to have an original model. And in the distant past, if it was possible to collect all of their models, then one could possess all of the noble phantasms. Only one hero could correspond to that. One with origins in a legend far older than that of King Arthur or Heracles. One said to rule over ancient Mesopotamia. The half-god, half-human king who collected treasures as he wished and sought immortality at the end. His name was...
Gilgamesh. 人類最古の英雄王。
Damn it, that was my job. I was going to reveal it to you, Saber. She sounds as if she's holding back fear. The Golden Knight, Gilgamesh, accepts the shock with satisfaction.
いかにも。この身は貴様らでは叶うべくもない最強の英霊だ。
Right, like the armor. Kurid Kohenhen. NP5 means that you got 5 copies of the same servant in Fate Grand Order and you combine them together because each time you do that, it upgrades their noble phantasm, so it can charge over 100% and get even stronger. As the Golden Knight moves forward, there's nothing else to talk about. All that remains is for him to use his many noble phantasms to defeat his enemy.
ほう。我の名を知った上でまだ抗うか。今度こそ勝ち目がないと悟ったはずだが。
やってみなければわかりません。いかに英雄王といえど、超えられぬものがあるはずだ。
Hey, Bobby. Saber's surroundings waver. Did somebody say a waver? Not waver velvet. The wind starts to twirl and becomes a raging gale to protect her. At the same time, the golden sword appears.
ダメだセイバー
Can't be. Saber's going to use Excalibur? Gilgamesh stops. He too must know the Holy Sword's power as his composure vanishes. Saber keeps staring at Gilgamesh and looks in my direction for an instant. Is she telling me to run? Gilgamesh has his back to the river, And Saber is over here. And it must be when she attacked him earlier. Before I realize it, Saber is confronting Gilgamesh to protect me.
ダメだ。こんなところで。
I pour strength into my limbs. To my limbs. Even if I try to move my numb body, all I can do is move one of my arms. But I still collect all the magical energy in my body to raise my body with that one arm. My senses were gone, but every bone in my body starts to scream once I start moving. The pain is a warning. The pain is telling me I will break if I move any further. I ignore it and raise my body up. I bear my pain. I don't have time to deal with it. I have to get up quickly and protect Saber, because I have a bad feeling about this. A premonition I felt when I faced that enemy. She will never be able to beat him. The instinctive feeling that I should never let Saber fight him won't go away.
音に聞こえし聖剣か。いいだろう。
You wish English Fate Grand Order was available for Apple? It is available for Apple. I play it on my iPhone. The twirling wind is now a raging storm. Even with the holy sword shining in front of him, the Golden Knight does not back away. Moreover,
では、こちらもふさわしいものを出さなければな。
he pulls an incongruous sword from the gate behind him. That's the cause of my bad feeling. The sword does not appear in any legend. I could identify every one of the noble phantasms that were floating behind him, but I cannot tell what this sword is.
俺はすべての宝具の原型を持つ。だがそれらはすべて無名であり、俺しか持ち得ぬ武具というわけではない。
It might not show up unless you have a North American account, or one of the accounts that they have extended it to. A cylindrical sword. The sword is made of 3 parts, and each part is turning slowly in different directions. It looks like a rock drill to pierce through a hard surface.
だがこれは違う。正真正銘、この英雄王しか持ち得ぬ剣だ。名などないのでな。俺はエアとだけ呼んでいるが。
純粋に宝具の力比べをすると。
The light concentrates. There's only about 10 meters between them. Within that distance, Gilgamesh shouldn't be able to dodge or attack.
そうだ。なに、遠慮することはないぞ。最強と呼ばれるその剣。一度味わってみたくもあったからな。
What do you mean the spirit origin? His laughter echoes through the park. She must consider that provocation.
いいだろう。ならば我が剣、見事受け切ってみるがいい。
Saber's sword moves. Her lips move to say its true name. There's nowhere to run now. The noble phantasm released with its true name will smash all of its power onto Gilgamesh.
出番だ。起きるがいい。エア。
The cylindrical sword, Ea, roars. In response to Gilgamesh's words, the 3 blades turn with a whirring sound. If Saber's Excalibur brings on a whirlwind by releasing the wind, Gilgamesh's Ea creates a storm by swallowing the surrounding winds. Visebron is the caster of black, isn't he? Yeah. Saber is more experienced, with anti-castle noble phantasms. It is faster than Aya's roar. Saber pours magical energy into the sword, up to its limit, in a matter of seconds, and executes it with the greatest power. There's no hesitation. Saber releases the holy sword that could even split a river in two. Just before that, a light of the same magnitude takes on Excalibur's light. A huge impact. The raging wind knocks over trees, and the crashing lights become an exploding sun burning my eyes. My body is almost blown away by the wind. I manage to dig myself into the ground with one hand and endure the waves of light and heat. How long will the conflict last? The battle of the two rumblings that make me fear the earth is going to split in two is... suddenly ended with her figure surrounded by a white light. Crash. I hear something falling right beside me. What it is, I can tell even with my blinded eyes. No! Fuck! I thought she might be dead. That's how torn up Saber is. In the distance, the Golden Knight is laughing crazily, unscathed.
人類最強の聖剣とやらもその程度か。人間の幻想など所詮子供魂よな。
His laugh is high-pitched, and it seems like it will carry over the burning air into the heavens. Is it that much fun? He doesn't even look at Saber as he laughs, only for his own sake.
Saber!
There's no reply. The blood gushes out from her mouth as she tries to gasp. My vision turns red. What was I doing? I knew this was going to happen. I knew Saber wouldn't be able to beat Gilgamesh, so why didn't I stop her, or even use my command spell?
しかし味気ない。完全にこちらの圧勝か。
Gilgamesh finished early.
相殺することもできぬとは拍子抜けだぞセイバー。ああそうか。少しは手加減してやるべきだった。何しろ相手は女子供だったのだ。
His irritating laugh. The responsibility is mine. I thought she could win. No matter how bad it felt, I thought Saber's Excalibur would be able to beat him. That's why even though I told her to stop, my command spell didn't react. I wasn't serious. If I really wanted to protect Saber, I could have her run away using my command spell, and there would have been infinite ways for me to fight by myself.
さて、ではいただくとするか。汚れてしまったな。何？いずれ同じ目に遭うのだ。ここで傷つこうと問題はあるまいよ。
The laughter approaches. She must have noticed that as Saber faintly opens her eyes.
Saber, 無事か?
I can see her breathing, but I can't touch her even if I reach out. My body still won't move, and I can't reach out, and I can't even run to her. So I can only call out to her.
Saber! Saber! Saber!
Saber's mouth opens. She breathes in, as if asking for help, and coughs, as if even that is painful.
シロ、そこにいるのですか?
She raises a faint voice, telling me she cannot see me.
待ってろ。すぐに。
I can't say I'll help her. I'm on the ground too, and I can only move my arms. I can only call out to her and encourage her. She can't even see me in this ugly state.
ああ、そうか。負けたのですね。私は。
She speaks in a soft voice and looks at me with no light in her eyes.
申し訳ありません。どうかあなただけでも逃げてください、マスター。
She says something absurd while coughing up blood. My vision turns red with anger. I completely depended on Saber unconsciously. And this is the result? I can't even stand up after a sudden attack. I grab my head with the only arm that moves. I want to kill myself. So I put strength into my hand as if to squash my head. Don't do that, you idiot. A firing hammer goes down. I take the switch to turn myself into a magus and smash it with a hammer instead of my finger.
二度と使わないようにね。投影はあんたの手に余るから。
Tosaka's words. She says magic beyond one's level will destroy the caster's circuits and nerves. So what? She's more important than that. If I can't protect her, I don't need my body. She has helped me many times. There never has been anyone I cared about so much. So, if I can't protect her, Emiya Shirou can just die here. I can hear sounds of metal. Metallic magical energy reinforces all the bones in my body, and all the broken parts of my body. I'll give it everything I have. I'll put in the highest gear and the highest rotation from the start, and ignoring my limits, I'll create as much magical energy as possible. My spine catches fire and my whole body grows hot. I bite my tongue, and to bear the feeling of my brain melting. I bite down on the pink flesh. If I can keep my consciousness just by making a hole in my tongue, there's no problem.
Nani?
The footsteps stop. His laughter stops as well.
シロ、何をしているのです。ダメだ。そんなことをしたら体が。
She must feel it even though she can't see. Saber screams, trying to get back up. That makes my last powers turn on. I stand back up. The body that wouldn't obey me starts to move because of the magical energy poured in past its limits. This is like setting my body on fire to make it run towards water. But I don't care. It's better than watching Saber get hurt. That's right. I finally realize, with a mind that's about to burn away. From the beginning. I swore to hold the sword because I didn't want to see her hurt.
逃げてと言っているのに、どうして。
I obstruct the enemy. Saber is behind me. Now, I cannot even take one step backwards.
ドレス。
I hold down my brain, which is rolling around on fire, and manage my mind. I am imagining only one thing. I'll divide the projection into 8 sections to create the lost sword. I feel something hard in my left hand. I don't even need to look to check. The second manufacture of the sword proved successful without slowing down even once.
私の剣いえそれでもダメだ
Even if you hit him in the nuts, it's still not going to kill him.
それでは彼には勝てないと
I've tried before, in Fate Grand Order.
動けるのなら今は逃げるのだ
逃げない。セイバーを迎えに来たんだ。なのに一人で帰ることなんてできるもんか。
I ready my sword. I hold the sword, heavier than a shinai, and glare at the enemy.
やめてしろこの男はそんな
I shake off Saber's words and step forward. There are 4 meters between us. If I step forward with all my might, I'll be able to attack him. The enemy doesn't move. Gilgamesh watches me for a second, then laughs.
殺すか
He says in an emotionless voice. I instantly block the attack swung at me. I sway my body to the side to avoid the attack. But I'm not fast enough. If the first attack was a sudden gust, the next barrage of attacks is a raging wind. Parrying is all I can do. No, I wouldn't even be able to block the first attack by myself. It is fortunate that I also reproduced its memory when I reproduced its memory when I reproduced the sword. A sword with a long past holds will and experience. This sword must already be familiar with such attacks. I can't judge Gilgamesh's attacks, but this sword is able to. So the sword reacts to his attacks before my hands do. I swing to follow the sword, and as a result, I can block his attacks. But that doesn't last long. My fingers numb every time I swing, and slowly I cannot catch up with the sword.
雑種見苦しいにも程がある
He must dislike even the slight resistance. He glares at me in anger and retreats a bit. Thank God. If he had kept attacking me, I would not have lasted more than a few seconds. I take a deep breath and try to control my breathing. And then...
薄汚い見せ物めそれほどそれが気に入ったのならば本物を見せてやろう
He takes out his sword. That is a familiar sword. The ornamentation of it is on a different level. But its true nature, the idea of its creation, and its soul are too close to those of this sword.
まさかこの剣の原型
そうだだが宝具としての精度は比べるまでもないぞお前が持つ王を選定する岩に刺さった剣は北欧に伝わる支配を与える木に刺さった剣が流れたものだがこれはその原型王を選定するという聖剣の大元だ
The sword of supremacy in the tree. Gram, the demonic sword of Sigmund, hero of Northern Europe. Its original model?
子は親には勝てん天輪を続けるごとに劣化する複製は原型にはかなわぬということだ
Light runs. The sword understands better than anything that this is the same attack that terminated Berserker in one slash. It must be protecting its owner. The sword in my hand goes for the enemy sword with its utmost power. The name of the noble phantasm is Caliburn, the golden sword of assured victory, but it is destroyed without a trace by the sword called Marduk, the original sin. I hear something sliding on the ground. Sliding. Is the ground of the park slippery because it's level? I slide across the ground and finally come to a stop.
Shirou!
The voice makes me realize I'm still alive.
なんだ、セイバー。割と近くに。
Thinking so, I'm relieved. It felt like it was blown away, but it's fine if Saber's nearby. So all I have to do is get up, and I can run to Saber. Except... I look at my arm while I stay on the ground. It's red. My arm is surrounded by a red membrane. And there's no blood coming out of it.
動くな。もういい。いいから動かないでくれ。シロ。
I can hear Saber's voice. It seems my body has been injured. That attack, I'm sure I was blown away by Gilgamesh's sword. So the wound must be... Oh, I see. Now I understand why Saber is acting like that. I can only move my right hand. My left hand won't move. First of all, my left shoulder isn't attached to my body. God, that would be so gross. They don't animate it quite like that in the 2006 version, but it's like his arm is like literally just kind of hanging off of him right now. I can't even breathe. Diagonally down from my left shoulder, as my body is cut from the shoulder down, it's separated like Lego pieces that don't fit together. Lego! It looks like a ginkgo leaf. I've been cut from my shoulder down to my waist. It's strange that I'm alive. But that miracle should soon run out. I'm barely conscious right now, and my vision narrows by the second. First of all, my insides will fall out if I move. Maybe I'm already dead and my mind is lingering like a ghost.
なんだ、見事に散らばったと思ったが存外にしぶといのだな。なるほど、生き汚さだけが雑種の取り柄というわけか。
He laughs. Honestly, I'm thankful. The more irritating he is, the more my mind stays conscious.
だがそこまでだ。貴様に獅子は似合わん。その女は俺がもらう。
Footsteps. The sound of him walking to obtain Saber for sure this time. Fate Lego? That would be kind of fun. Hello, Latronics rules. Make your choice. 2. Make your choice. Stand. Okay, so we're half and half. 3 for stand. 2 for choice. 1. Okay, one more person for stand and we're standing. Okay, we're standing. I put power into my right hand. I grab the ground and raise my half-sliced body. I see Saber's face for an instant. She looks like she's about to cry. I'm proud of myself for falling in love with her.
待て。まだ終わっていない。
I raise my body with just one arm. My legs won't move. The magical energy that forced my body to move is depleted. The only thing remaining is my beating heart and my organs screaming in pain.
ほう、未練か。だろうな。あれはお前には過ぎた宝だ。その気持ちはわからんでもない。ならばこそ他の男の手に奪われるのは悔しかろう。
Says the man who's banged so many women on their own wedding nights. You little fuck. That does it. I can't stand his talking anymore.
だから奪うとか奪われるとかセイバーを物みたいに。
I put power into my right arm. Is there metal in it? With a creaking noise, my body reacts to my wishes. I get up on one knee.
言うこと
Damn it, body, stop falling off. I put power into my body, and as I do so, the things I need to live flow out.
なぜもう無理だとどうしてわからないのです。
Saber's voice is almost insulting. She's a long way away. From a distant place, she is watching me in vexation. What in cookery tarnation? I ignore it and keep trying. Saber's voice is just a burden. Not my body nor Gilgamesh, but Saber is my greatest enemy now. Because if she objects with an expression like that, my mind will die. Finally, my knee has strength, so all that's left is to stand.
いらない。あなたの助けなどいりません。敗北した以上、私はすでにあなたの剣ではないんです。このまま消えるのがサーバントとして当然の結末ではないですか。
Saber's voice. Damn. If she interrupts me anymore, I'll get mad even at her.
やだ。やめてください、シロ。それ以上はダメだ。本当に死んでしまう。
How can she say such selfish things without knowing how I feel?
うるさい。いいから少しは黙ってろ。こういう時くらい頼っていいんだよ。お前は。
それは違う、シロ。優先順位を間違えないでほしい。
You would think he wouldn't have any lungs working right now if he was slashed the way he described.
私の身などどうでもいい。そんなものより、あなたは自身の命を第一にするべきだ。
Part of me wishes I could be a Daichan, but I'm a dude. She sounds like she's begging. My mind almost collapses, thinking that I'm making her sound like that. But still,
断れ。俺にはセイバー以上に欲しいものなんてない。
I think women are cooler than men. I can't accept her words. Saber looks at me in astonishment. I don't know why she looks like that. But I remember. She told me I was a fool who didn't know the value of his own life. I think she's right. I'm too conceited for someone who can't even think about himself to try and help someone else. That's just complacent happiness, and it's an unstable happiness for the other party. The most important person is yourself. That kind of person probably can become happy and share their happiness.
俺は確かに自分の命を感情に入れてない大バカだ。
I was wrong about what's important for me. Since that day, that seat has been empty. But I'm grateful for that abnormality, because in that empty seat is sitting a person I want to save from the bottom of my heart.
けどな、セイバー。もし俺が自分の命が一番大事だったとしても変わらない。きっとそれ以上にセイバーは綺麗なんだ。お前に変わるものなんて俺の中には一つもない。
That makes me realize I didn't feel sympathy for her. The girl I saw in my dream, she fought alone and died alone. I thought she was unrewarded, but at the same time, I was charmed by her. I just thought she was beautiful. She pulled out the sword and ran through her life without looking back. Her life itself was so brilliant.
そうだ。だから。
So I have to protect her. So that's you, all alone. So that you, all alone, won't be engulfed in darkness in your last moments. That's right. So that in your last moments, on the verge of your death, so that you can be proud of your life. My doubts disappear. My path is so clear.
ごめんな。俺、セイバーが一番好きだ。
Aww. You're leaving right when it gets good.
だから、あんな奴にお前は渡さない。
After I say that, I regret apologizing to her, but I had to say it. I wanted to say it now at this moment because there would be no impurities mixed in my words. I hear her gasp. I wanted to turn around and see, but I won't, since I can't really see anyone anymore. I get up. I can still fight if my heart is beating. My magical energy is my life. As long as my heart is beating, I'll keep on recreating her sword. Or you could think outside the
よく
box.
立った。で、その後は何があるのだ？
I feel a burning heat on my right hand. Perhaps because I'm close to death, I remember 10 years ago. It's a terrible illusion. My body feels like it's still in that fire, reaching out for life.
うせろ。お前にセイバーは任せられない。
I raise my right hand and say that.
たわけ、誰が貴様の許しを得るか？
The enemy raises his sword.
シロシロ
I hear Saber's voice from behind me. I ignore it and use my remaining magical energy. I project the sword once more. And I'm stopped by that light. Even though it's not as strong as Excalibur, the light can burn away everything it touches is coming for me. Feeling the heat on my body, I don't think about my death, but about Saber behind me. She'll be dragged in like this, so I have to at least protect her. I said I'd protect Saber. Yes, I wanted to protect her. She's strong, but at the same time, she could have broken down at any moment. So I have to hold steady. She's like a drawn sword, so I have to help her so she doesn't get hurt. And then, before I realize it, there's something like a sword in my right hand. Whose voice was that? The hesitation is only for an instant. At the same moment, the golden light, the absolute victor, retreats.
シロそれを
Saber takes my hand. The rising light stops. Right beside me is Saber. Right before me is Gilgamesh, opening his eyes and bleeding. I don't know what happened. But I know this is a repeat of the battle against Berserker. Saber used something I made and defeated Gilgamesh's sword. A light pushed back its light, and must have injured him, who was unscathed up till now. A frighteningly murderous intent. It feels like he needs to kill everything he sees in order to calm down. But the Golden Knight leaves silently. I don't even have time to be surprised. I don't know why he left, but even my fading mind knows when the battle is over. My knees give away. All tension disappears, and my body falls to the ground.
シロ
Saber instantly supports me. With Saber supporting me, I look down at my body. I let out a gasp. My wounds are so bad they cannot be treated. My body, cut from my left shoulder, should have died instantly. I must be barely alive because of that healing power, but it must have its limits. My body is almost split in two. I'm sure nothing will be able to fix my body now. I can't even tell if I'm still breathing or not, and my consciousness is starting to fade. The end is near. But the fortunate thing is about Saber. I have a fatal wound, but it seems Saber is just fatigued. She is unarmed now and her wounds are completely healed. So even if I retire now, Tosaka should be able to do something. That sound again, as if my bones are creaking from my body. I look down at my wound. There are many swords. What look like the blades of swords are layered on top of each other and crowding together to connect my separated body and making that sound. I feel dizzy. It feels like every bone in my body, every muscle in my body, is made of swords. So as I pray, unlimited plot armor works. There's no such thing. It must have been my imagination, as my body is just fine. As proof of that, my separated body is starting to connect and my cuts are healing quickly. It's more like restoration than healing. This is more creepy than strange. It seems I'll be saved, but this is
よ
too...
かった。この分なら死ぬことはなさそうですね、マスター。
I hear Saber's voice by my ear. It's really close by.
いや、それは助かるけど。
Trying to finish, I'm assailed by dizziness. Then, my body is enclosed by soft arms.
Saber.
いいえ、私には分かりました。傷が癒されるのは当然です。
I can't stay conscious. It's because I produce too much magical energy. My tired mind wants to sleep right now. How strong is she? Saber wraps her arms around me and holds me tight.
やっと気づいた。シローは私の鞘だったのですね。
She says so in a deep, seeping voice. The feeling is so comfortable that my remaining consciousness fades away. I'm glad to be saved, and I let my body sleep. But before that, I complained to myself that it would have been more perfect if our positions were reversed. Oh, Shirou, don't be such a bitch. Saber finally found her wife. The one who will make me dinner! Back to the kitchen, Shirou. At the end, I see that red hill once more. A red memory. I dive deeper into her memory and realize this is the last time. These are the memories of a night which I have seen many times before. After becoming a king and becoming the will of the country by killing her own will, her days were filled with neglect, even from her trusted knights. Every time she won a battle, Artoria was made to wish for a battle she did not wish for. She continued to hide her sex, surrounded by suspicion. What awaited this isolated girl was a rebellion by one of her relatives. A young knight took over the country while the king was on an expedition. The man's name was Mordred, and she had a nice rack. That knight, who was the son of Morgan, the sister of the King of Knights, was actually the son of the King of Knights. To start at the end, Artoria could not have children as a woman. But Mordred certainly inherited the blood of Artoria. Artoria's older sister, Morgan, I'm not sure how far she went, but she despised Artoria for becoming king, even though Artoria was younger than her. Mordred was created as her other self. He served the king as a knight with an unknown father, waited for his chance to take over the throne, and finally organized a revolt. This was the battle later known as the Battle of Camlan. The end of King Arthur. King Arthur discovered Mordred's betrayal on her expedition and returned to her homeland with her tired troops to invade her own territory. She slashed away knights that used to serve her. She attacked the lands she once protected. The few knights that stayed with her died off, and the only ones standing in the end were her and Mordred. Their personal combat ended with the king's victory, but she did not emerge unscathed. Mordred was bound by a strong curse, so she still swung his sword even after his death and left a fatal wound on the king. That is the end of this battle. The last of her, the one called the King of Knights. It must have been painful. If you don't know Saber's lore, her sister basically straddled her while she had a magic dick. It sounds really bizarre, but it's true. You can watch my lore video. You can also watch the comedic version, The Ridiculous Tale of Camelot. Come to think of it, none of her battles were painless. Every one of her 12 battles was severe, and this just happened to be the greatest wound, appropriate for her end. She returned to Britain and destroyed her own army. She punished the knights who used to serve her, and the knights following her all died. And in the end, she had to kill her own son, even if he was son only in name. No. Saber married Guinevere. But because Saber was pretending to be a male this whole time, she still needed to marry a woman in order to keep their structure together, the way that their political system worked. So they had a king and a queen, but of course that meant that they couldn't have a child, because there's two women. So Merlin gave Artoria temporary manhood, and it was supposed to be used for her and Guinevere, but then her evil sister snuck in, straddled her in her slumber, in her enchantment, as it were, and then ran away with Artoria's sperm. She later bore Mordred, who grew up and eventually betrayed King Arthur. I cannot tell what went through her mind, but I have to wish. The lone king who tried to be a king until her last moments. I wish that her last dream might be a normal dream, one that the girl called Artoria might wish for. I opened my eyes. I don't know why I got back, or when I got back, but I'm in my room, lying on my futon.
ああ、気がついたのですね、シロ。
セイバー、俺は。
I'm not turning off the button, dude.
体の方はほぼ完治していますから、心配には及びません。
The sister's the one that stole the sperm from King Arthur and had Mordred.
そうか。それはいいけど。
What about Saber? If my wound is healed, I'm fine. But Saber's different. Even though she can heal her wounds, her magical energy isn't infinite. It wouldn't be a problem if she had just fought, but she used Excalibur.
セイバー、ずっと俺の手当てを。
手当てと言っても汗を拭く程度です。私はリンのように人の傷を見ることはできませんから。
バカ、そんなことしなくていいんだ。今は俺よりセイバーの方が辛いだろう。
そのようなことはありません。シロに比べれば私は軽傷です。しかし今のは聞き捨てなりませんね。いくら傷が塞がったと言ってもシロは死んでもおかしくない傷だったのです。今は自分の体を案じてください。
Saying so, Saber reaches for the washbowl beside her. There's a cold towel in there. After squeezing the water out, she wipes my sweating body. I'm really embarrassed.
シロ、傷が痛むのですか？また熱が出てきたようですが。
Saber has the magical essence of a dragon. Yes. Again, thanks to Merlin.
熱なんか出てない。いや、そうじゃなくて。いいからセイバーも休んでくれ。今は元気かもしれないけど、エクスカリバーを使ったんだ。セイバーの方こそ休んでなくちゃダメじゃないか。 そんなんじゃまた倒れちまうだろ
う。まあそれはそうなのですが、
She hesitates, squeezing the towel.
今は私の方が元気ですから、マスターの傷が癒えるまで私が守るのは当然でしょう。
What's with that? I can't object if she says so with that kind of an expression. Then you'll rest once I recover. Whoops.
もちろん私とて睡眠を取らねばならぬ身ですから。
Saber says so in her usual tone. So, I let Saber take care of me and suppress my embarrassment. Time passes slowly. Have I ever looked so closely at Saber without doing anything? The whole magical essence thing is kind of confusing myself. Yeah. She has dragon-like abilities, not like flying and shit like that or breathing fire, but like Nasuverse dragon-y things. People call Violet Evergarden Saber because she has a very similar visual design. You can blame Giguk for the whole Full Metal Saber thing, but they're completely different characters. Have I ever looked so closely at Saber without doing anything? Saber is the same as always, and moonlight is shining on her. Looking at her now, she is really feminine. White fingers and slender arms. She looks so lovely that it doesn't seem like she would be capable of fighting. That's why I can't stay calm. She's been fighting all this time with that slim body of hers. Oh. It's time that they stopped the voice acting, so you know what that means. Happy times! Gotta come back to the Mana Station. Shirou, why are you staring at my arm? I do not want to suspect this, but are you comparing my arms to those of Reen? Is she angry or sulking? She has such slender arms, but she thinks her arms aren't cute at all. Probably because there's some muscle on them, but they're rather cute to me. No, the wound doesn't hurt, so I was just spacing out. It's not like I have anything to say about your arms.
そうですか。それ
Saber seems relieved. Then, Saber notices something as she closes her eyes and nods. So your wound is fine now. I was seriously angry before, but I will forget about it if you are all right.
言いそびれましたが、礼を言いますシロ。あなたが助かって本当に良かった。
I thank you, Shirou, and I'm really happy that you're safe, she says happily. Then she smiles faintly. She's smiling about such a thing? I recall her memories in my dream. She didn't know happiness or entertainment, but she's going to smile about something like this? No. She can only smile at somebody else's safety, and not her own happiness. Those words from before. That she was happier seeing me smile. Yeah, they are still talking. I got a little ahead of myself. As soon as they start talking about doing it, yeah. I'm going mad. I really feel like I'm crazy and...
シロ。
I hug Saber with all my strength.
何をするのですシロ。
She wiggles to try to free herself. I ignore that and embrace her tighter.
シロ、突然に何を。こ れは一体どういうことですか？こんなことをされても私は。
Her arms resist me, but I don't listen.
シロ、お願いです。
Saber raises her arm to hit me. To that,
もういい。いいから。お前は自分のために笑わないと。
I say so from the bottom of my heart.
シロ、
I don't know why she hesitated. I just spat out what was inside me.
どうして？
I can understand her being focused on the Holy Grail, but I can never approve of that. I want her to know normal happiness. I think it'll all be a lie if she doesn't, because all this time she's fought for others. So she should be as happy as the people she's made happy. Are you crying? When she asks that, I realize my eyes are watery. Not because I'm sad, it's just too vexing. I'm annoyed that Saber can only smile for others. It's just that my head went crazy because it pissed me off so much.
セイバー、もう十分なんじゃないのか。お前は頑張ったんだろう。一人で戦い抜いたんだろう。なら、セイバーが幸せにならないなんて嘘だ。お前は立派に誓いを果たした。なら、このままアルトリアに戻ってもいいはずだ。
何を言うかと思えば、まだそんなことを言うのですか、あなたは。
Well, they do say the sword normally goes in the scabbard.
そんなの惚れちまったんだから仕方ないだろう。だからセイバーは、いや、お前はアルトリアに。
I yell and embrace Saber as if to stop her from struggling. She's weak. She curls up in my arms and looks away.
シロ、私を困らせないでほしい。
This is unpleasant, even if you are my master, Shirou. Oh, whoops. Oh, I'll move away if you don't want this. I said I love you. So I'll let you go if you don't love me. Saber doesn't answer. She just hangs her head to escape my stare.
シロは私の過去を知って、私の中に何度も入ってきた。私の答えなどあなたは知っているはずなのに、どうしてそこまで私に構うのです。私がどれほどの罪を重ねてきたのか、あなたは見てきたはずなのに。
Yeah, I did. She sacrificed many people in the name of the king and killed many enemies. I don't intend to ignore that or pretend it didn't happen. But still, even knowing that, I want the girl named Artoria to become happy.
それがどうした？この感情が何かは知らない。俺はただセイバーをこのままにしておけないだけだ。セイバーは笑ってくれ。
What exactly is a bone of a
ずっと
sword?
セイバーと一緒にいたい。
That's a good question. A childlike unilateral confession. Saber bites her lip, still hanging her head.
私の答えは変わりません。王の誓いは破れない。ふさわしくなかったとはいえ、私は王として国を任せられた。その責務を果たせなかったというのに、そんな自由は許されない。
She looks at me straight on like she's about to cry. Our eyes meet, rejecting words and responding body when I notice. I am kissing Saber while embracing her body. Okay, there's the sound we're all waiting for. I should have just waited for the music. If you really want to follow along, just Google e-hentai. or Fate Stay Night HCG. It's really not hard to find. It's like one of the first things on Google. I can feel Saber's breath through my mouth. Hesitation at first. Saber places her hands on my chest as if to push me away. Sounds. She does not push me away, but tenses her body. Saber. Our lips are only slightly touching. I'm not tasting Saber's soft lips, nor am I pressing hard against them. A clumsy kiss, only to feel her lips with mine. It's a beautiful kiss that does not arouse excitement nor desire. Yet. Her small body, I just find the shaking girl so dear. I don't know how long we've been like this. It's just that her lips that I'm feeling. I'm feeling her whole body in our embrace. I can't help but recall that night. But this feeling is different. I want to embrace her harder and tell her more about how I feel. Not just for my lust, but I want Saber to be happy about being here.
シロ、今の口づけは
We gotta see this cute little CG though. These ones are added new, actually. Does she want to say it's a mistake? She looks up at me with a face about to cry.
間違いなんかじゃない。何度だって言うぞ。セイバーが好きで、このまま話すことなんてできない。それが嫌なら言ってくれ。俺とはマスターとサーバントの関係に過ぎないと断言して否定してくれていい。
Well, they have the kiss. They kiss in the censored version anyway. So that's why there's still voices for that. But whenever they start talking about hanky-panky, the voices go away.
卑怯な。そのようなことを口にしろというのですか。あなたは。
ああ。セイバーがはっきり言わない限り、もう我慢しないからな。セイバーが拒まないんなら、俺はやりたいようにやるだけだ。
Aww. I said it. I said it straight to her face while blushing. I said it believing it's the best sincerity I can do. A long silence. Saber looks up at me and lowers her face. Oh, yep. Shirou, does that mean you will make love to me like you did that night? A weak power is put into her hand on my chest. She grabs my shirt with weak strength. That's different. We were desperate, and we couldn't do anything back then. I didn't want to do such a thing. I want to treat you more valuably, and do it with just the two of us. I see. I understand how you feel. Oh. Saber puts power into her arms. She taps. She pushes me and gets away from me. Saber. I have a proposal as well. Please look away until I tell you to, Shirou. Saber's voice is too frail. I nod back and turn around. Catch you later. I hear a small sound. It sounds like paper rubbing together or water flowing. Then I notice it's the sound of clothes rustling. I am done. You can turn back now, Shirou. I open my eyes and turn back to her. Oh. She's nude. White body glowing in the darkness. Everything goes away the moment I see her. There's no hesitation nor desire. What is before me is just so beautiful that my mind goes completely blank. Saber. Turning her back, Saber reverts her gaze while hiding her breasts. I can say that. She must be embarrassed about exposing her bare skin. Even the red tint is so beautiful that it blows my mind away. I cannot answer your feeling, but I support your idea. Support? You mean...
宝具を使いましたから。シロから力をもらわないと私は戦えません。
I used my noble phantasm. In any case, I cannot fight unless I receive your power. Please take off your clothes, Shirou. We are going to embrace each other, so I need for you to be naked as well, so I can feel you. And it's unfair like this. I would like to see you naked as well. My heart jumps. I thought my heart would explode from just that line. I would like to see you naked. That's so unfair. Nobody would be able to stay calm if she says such a thing. Shirou, are you not going to do it? Saber says so while she blushes. Her voice contains anxiety, embarrassment, and hidden hope. Still numb, I place my hands on my clothes. Repair is hopeless. My mind is completely destroyed from Saber's bare skin and words, and I take off my clothes to answer her request. Oh yeah, we're definitely in the danger zone now. Feel free to follow along on your own terms. Saber sits on the futon. When I get naked, Saber stops hanging her head down. I think she's interested in my naked body. She looks at me from time to time with her face blushing. If I talk about blushing, I bet I'm blushing much more than her. She made me realize all the more, but Saber is just too cute. She is trained as a knight, but no muscle on her is hard. Slender arms and legs. Her body that has yet to mature is sweet yet dignified. But what makes her so different is... Saber, you took your hair down? Yes. I only fasten my hair during battle. I thought I would not need to do so right now. The reason I was mesmerized. With her hair down, there's no trace of her as a swordsman. She is bare naked right now. Shirou, we are starting, right? Someone help this man find his pics. Then having you stand up is somewhat troubling. Then having you standing up is somewhat troubling. That line troubles me more. To be honest, my body would not move. Saber is just so beautiful that I have no idea how to start, so that I can get her happy. First of all, this is the first time I've been like this with a girl, and even though I'm the one who proposed this, my head is so blank. Hold on, I'm embarrassed to say this, but I'm not ready yet. No, I am, but it went away when I saw you. I say a shameful thing while burning up my face. Looking at me? Saber looks at me in question. A total cruelty for me. Why? This is what you have proposed, so nothing should hold you back. No, well, because you're so beautiful. It was a surprise, and I was shocked. Our standpoints have reversed. Saber's skin and her stare is so embarrassing that I admit so while averting my gaze. Why? You have already seen my naked body before. I didn't. If I did, I wouldn't be able to talk to you. I'm not that strong. If I saw it, I would have been hitting on you the moment we got out of the forest. Shirou. Saber looks at me with more wonder. Crap, I'm so embarrassed that my head is empty and it's about to crack. So it was so dark, I was in a panic, and I was just too into it. See? We were so desperate at the time. I see. My naked body must have been nothing for you. Hey, that's not true. Of course I was fascinated by your body at that time. But you were in pain. You weren't the only one. I had my hands full restraining myself, and I had to act calm, even after it, so that I wouldn't attack you. Well, that's not true, but, Man, I feel like I'm getting deeper into the hole the more I talk. I have to get out of this conversation and get calm. or I won't be able to see her. Yes, so what is it, Shirou? Saber is acting more calm. Man, what happened to her being embarrassed? Please be clear, Shirou. Our morning will come. Ugh. Saber looks at me with a smile. Damn, I feel like I just lost a match. But it'll be more shameful if I change the subject right now. So, we're naked, but you could say I have no guts, but you're just so beautiful that I don't know how I should do it. I throw away my pride and tell her honestly. Because everything I knew was blown away. I don't know what'll make her happy as I was mesmerized by her and just wanted to stand there like an idiot. I was just standing there like an idiot. Sorry. That's so unlike you. Did she just laugh? Saber looks up at me and... All right, I shall start in that case. She smiles. The smile she always gives when answering my trust. Huh? Still kneeling on the futon, Saber makes her way over to me. Oh, you are tense as well, Shirou. The voice comes right below me, right by my waist. She is looking at my contracted... Cute. I should make it big. Hey, Saber! Please do not move. Stay as you are, Shirou. I stop halfway. I feel Saber's fingers. Saber gently wraps her fingers around my... as if holding something precious. I only touched it and it's getting so... I feel blood rushing into my waist. My was so tense is standing up from just one stroke by Saber. Saber, hold... My voice, trying to stop her, is so small. It's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. But I don't want Saber to stop. I want her to continue. Even though my head is empty, I'm wishing for more and... No, don't worry about me, Saber. But I summon all the reasoning inside me to place my hand on Saber's shoulder. But... Please let me handle it, Shirou. Even I know how to make a man happy. Really now. She stops me by kissing it with her warm breath. Shirou, please stay still. I have to pull my waist back because of the strong sensation. My reasoning is really blown away. A soft sensation around my... Yeah. Saber, this is... I know this is a... But Saber is doing such a thing? Shirou, it's alright. So please, come forward. Ah! I feel something on the... With a... feeling. A rough surface traces my... Electricity runs through my spine. The instant I realize it's Saber's... The electricity burns up my brain. Hold on, Saber. No, you... I can't tell her she doesn't need to do this. I realize for the first time that there exists a temptation that is so hard to resist that I have to grit my teeth. Good, Shirou. You are getting bigger. Sorry, you're gonna have to deal with the annoying bird. My... is already fully... My... that is surrounded by Saber's... is ridiculously... and showing... Crap. I grit my teeth to keep myself from fainting. Her lips capture the... They gently move back and forth. In the instant, she puts it in her... Shirou, you are beginning to get... Please, do not try to hold back. Her caress is soft, and she's only trying to please me. Saber slowly swallows. Without putting her... She wraps her... Her white fingers stroke my entire... With the movement of her... I almost lose to her caress. Oh, it is getting larger and it is... With a sound. She wow. For an instant, and... Yeah, she's saying the same kind of stuff. Saber's is drooling over her own saliva, and my... Saber is drinking down what is... That is good. Please, feel me more. My tongue is numb. Her mouth is on my... After thoroughly... Wow. Should I be slower or more gentle? My brain is being melted. It's not just the feeling of her... I understand. You like it here? Saber gently caresses me. Her figure drives me nuts. She is gently wrapping me, but it feels like I'm being wildly caressed. Saber. I try hard not to let it out. The is now with Saber's sliding. Using the liquid as she moves her hand with strength. My meat expands to its limits! Saber gets more wild with her. Saber's caress increases its intensity. Every time her... I'm just gonna... That whole line, wow. Her fingers are... My... is being extracted from the... Flows down her chin. Only my is in her, but it feels like my whole body is in her. Every time I try to pull back from too much sensation. No, you have to finish off. She grips my and keeps it there. She hard so as not to let me go. My mind is going white. I want to just melt. I can only hear Saber's breath and the sound of the... She carefully caresses me. Her warm mouth is now hot as fire. It's not just my heat. Saber must be pleasing herself as well with this act. Her that was trying to please me is becoming greedy and going after my... Something is really wrong with me, seeing her like that. I want to embrace her even more, but at the same time... I want to... on her face and push her down. Her... moves back and forth. My waist is about to give out. I might collapse. I can't bear to stay standing. I need something to lean onto, a handle. I need a handle to grab on, or... No, Saber, if I stay like this, I'll really... That's fine. I pull my waist back with my shaking knees, but... This place seems to be in pain as well, Shirou. Saber's right hand reaches down below... I jump at a totally different sensation. What? Saber has reached under my... Saber, that's... I can't bear this. If she touches me there like that, everything I've held back would explode! Are you sensitive here as well, Shirou? I can't say anything. If I don't concentrate, I can't do that. I can't, but... Then, shall I attack you here? It is natural to attack the weakest point. She strokes my... Ah! Her fingers dance around my... They move around. No, Saber. My back tenses up. I'm about to explode! Is it tough, Shirou? This is much more than that. I'll collapse if she does any more. I won't be able to bear it, even if she breathes on it again. Yes, you can relieve yourself now. Shirou, please give yourself to me. Saber's mouth contracts. She... as if to guide... I let it out. I release what I've been holding in for so long into Saber's... Without knowing, I've grabbed Saber's head. Did I grab for balance, since I arched back from the great sensation? Or did I just want her to take me in? Saber doesn't resist. She... It must be painful, but Saber tries hard to... Her lips move away. Creates a string on her mouth. Without showing concern for it, Saber gently strokes my... A numbing sensation runs up my... She makes me... the rest with her fingers. What's left of... Ah, this is Shirou's smell. Saber's heated voice. Saber puts her finger in the... and takes it to her mouth. I always bite off more than I can chew trying to do these. She swallows it. Saber swallowed my desire itself, as if being intoxicated by it. I wish they could just be, you know, like metaphorical the whole way like that. Saber crouches down as if to rest. I don't know if she's tired, but her eyes are empty, and they're not focused on anything. Then is she doing this unconsciously? Saber's hand is on her. She's breathing like she has a fever. There's no doubt about it. Saber doesn't know how turned on she is. Is it because I've calmed down? My mind slowly returns to its original state. The girl before me is too cute. I want to please her as much as she's pleased me. Saber, you can rest since you must be tired. It's my turn next, so get on the futon. Huh? She looks at me absent-mindedly. Just do as I say. If you say so. Not knowing what I want to do myself, I let Saber rest. A stretched out, white body. I place my face between her... What? Saber's hand touches my head. Ignoring her, I open up her... What are you doing, Shirou? Blushing furiously, Saber resists me. I'm just getting you back. I told you it's my turn. I say so right near her. I'm so near her that her hair would... Oh, that her hair would move just by breathing on it. I do not need any return. Please get away from such a place, Shirou. I don't care. I told you the same thing before, but you didn't listen to me either, so we're fair now. And I want to see this as well. Saber blushes even more. I can totally see her. I can totally see her. Wow. I can tell everything about it, from her form up to her hair growth. You get that line instead. No, I do not want you to look at me so close. Saber wiggles, but Saber can't get away. I don't know if it's because I'm grabbing her, or that she's hoping for something. With her body still on the futon, she lets me do what I'm doing. Saber's is right in front of me. Just that fact causes my... Her womanly... that is in contrast to her sweet figure. The imbalance stimulates my mind and my breathing goes wild. So this is Saber's. Without being able to stop myself, I... No, Shirou, you'll be dirtied. If you... on such a place. I don't hear her. I touch her soft meat while she tries to push me away. Such a weird line. It's not dirty at all. You did the same to me, so I have to do the same to you as well. No. That doesn't know the pleasure of a woman. No, please do not look. Wow. But it starts to... just from getting... Shirou, what are you doing? Are you sane? It's not bad. But I think it's like sweat. It smells like you. Are you stupid and curious? How can you say such a shameful thing? Hey, I can't help it. You're just so... It's more of your fault than mine, see? Saber is already... It's not really... Wow. Yeah, just that whole line. Wow, it's... Than that time. You weren't like this, even with Tosaka. But that is because... I see. So you were pleasing yourself. No! This is just my body getting heated up, and... Shirou, you are being mean. So she's fine doing it, but doesn't want others to do it to her. Saber is blushing red, and grabs onto my hair. No, please get away. I would not allow any more, even from you. Saber pulls her waist back to get away from embarrassment. But wanting to see her more like that... No! My head feels dizzy. It's not only Saber's sensation on my... It's my sense of smell, rather than my touch, that's driving me crazy. I can smell her... And the smell of Saber captivates me! Thoroughly. As Saber did so to me, I want to value her with all my heart. Her voice still contains fear and hesitation. Saber can still think. She looks at my caressing with half-absent eyes. Shirou is licking my... With a voice, more turned on than scared, she tries to stop her moaning. This thing isn't dirty at all. A girl-like skinny figure. It's very clean down here. And the walls are perfectly arranged. What feng shui! It looks grotesque yet beautiful. It's not dirty here, Saber. I can feel her tickling on my nose. Saber jumps. It was only a soft touch. But Saber is getting turned on without limit. No, please stop, Shirou, please! I must have scared her as she frantically shakes her head. But in contrast to her words, her... Why, does it not feel good? She tells me with her eyes that pleasure will overcome her reasoning. That's too late. The instant she can't resist me straight on, she's already lost. What? I'm saying... I don't know what you're saying if you don't tell me clearly. I'll continue if you don't hate it. I don't wait for her answer. I can't stand waiting around. Something so young and vivacious is in front of me. So I can't just... Shirou, you used your... Her body tenses up. Saber's body reacts to a There's no pain in Saber's voice. Saber kills her voice and relaxes her body. Pleasure and embarrassment were in conflict up until now, but has completely tipped the scale to one side. Why can I not think? No, Shirou, that is... without hesitation. No, Shirou, please do not make sounds. Saber's fingers are trembling. Without caring. Is it because my mouth was dry earlier? There's no saltiness on the... but rather... it tastes better than anything else in the world. Saber sounds entranced. My thirst is still not quenched. No, Saber shakes even more. Ignoring it, Stronger, please. Her shaking gets even stronger. Shirou! Yeah, it just gets louder. Saber bites her lip and kills her voice. Her body convulses. And her... I let my... go. Saber is without power. That makes me realize Saber has reached... She lets out a sweet gasp and throws out her limbs. Shirou. Her eyes are damp and her body is still hot. Was it a light one? Saber is resting in satisfaction. Yet she's looking at me as if she wants more. Even if the body is satisfied, her mind is wanting more. Shirou, I have yet to... She must be embarrassed about her desire. Saber. But I'm the one who can't wait any longer. I want it much more than Saber does. I can only think about feeling good with Saber. I grab Saber's legs. I grab her burning hot legs and place my... I hear a... I go between them and place my... Shirou, you are so hot. The voice sounds surprised and ecstatic. Her eyes look at me as if asking for help. I take it straight on. I'm... Saber. She must be embarrassed about even letting her voice out. Saber nods once and accepts me. And then Elia busts into the room and it's like, what? The went surprisingly smooth, and I was easily able to... If you want me to be louder, I can. You just have to say so. It's kind of harder to balance audio when you're not running equalization and stuff like that on it. And dynamic balance. She must be scared of this pleasure that is too strong. Saber hugs her own body and tries to keep herself. That behavior is just too cute. She acts strongly, trying not to be overwhelmed. Her girl-like, pressed down by her arms, excite my male instincts. I'm moving, Saber. Please do as you wish, Shirou. I move slowly, trying not to too much. I slowly... Shirou, you are kind. There's no resistance as Saber... This sensation... is now a giant nerve system. There's no pain since it's so... But that makes me go dizzy. Berserker would break the floorboards. The tatami. It's not a sensation where it takes everything away. The slow movement increases our sensitivity slowly. Because of her, it doesn't feel like we're... This line. My heart rages inside of Saber. It must feel good as Saber begins to... Her white skin gets a tint of red. The slow movement and the pleasure is heating up the girl called Saber. I would like to be kind to you as well. Huh? She sounds like she's in a dream. She must be starting to get used to the sensation as she looks up at me and... Ah. Saber wraps her... wait. Sabers move around in a completely different fashion. Saber, this is... I bite my lip at the sensation. These are really long scenes, by the way. I want Shirou to feel good as well. Her voice is heated up. Withstanding her own pleasure, Saber tries her best to please me. That fact blows my mind away. That causes my... Every now and then we get a really funny line. Our meats make a our meats make a soppy sound. The tells me I can move faster. Saber's body arcs and her... That causes me to go even wilder. I don't need any more kindness like before. I do not mind, Shirou. Please. Saber screams out as if getting resolute. My mind goes completely blank. I unconsciously raise Saber's and wildly switch to a new CG. I can't tell if her scream is pain or pleasure. Saber is only accepting whatever sensation there is. The previous movement is nothing compared to this. feels like my reasoning will just escape out of my mouth. I know, he almost died like a moment ago. She reacts to my every move. There is no end to this pleasure. We lust for each other like man and woman, like animals. Our movement causes... I'm holding nothing back now. Her body heats up. Drops of sweat form on her pink body. No, Shirou, I will go crazy if this continues. Saber screams to keep her consciousness. Just lots and lots of Shirou, 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 Shirou. My mind goes white. I want to embrace Saber. I want to bite on her lips. I want to obtain everything about her. My desire takes form and comes up. My begins its last expansion. Saber's body jumps at the pressure of expansion. No, I cannot keep my consciousness anymore. That finishes me off. I fall onto Saber. Right before her small body explodes. Please. Together, Shirou. A sensation like I'm being pulled in. I finally explode! As if to shoot her down. Pew, 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 pew. And a dream is over. Saber is lying there. And I also cannot get up from exhaustion. We are collapsed together in the darkness. Our body temperature hits our tired minds.
Saber.
I call out to the girl laying beside me. The question I asked her before I had sex with her. To find out the reply for me wanting her. Magical energy replenishment has been completed. I can fight as your servant starting tomorrow.
Saber.
今はそれだけです。シロ。私の役割はあなたの身を守りきり、聖杯を手にすることだけです。戦いを終わらせるまで。
Should be safe.
それ以外のことなど考えられない。
You could sleep just listening to that? To that?
それは
そうでしょう、シロ。この戦いを終わらせるために戦うと決めたのだから。
I can't argue against her. If I want to do something about us, I have to end this war beforehand. First of all, we have to defeat the man who's after Saber, or I can't protect Saber. But, do we have any way to defeat the King of Heroes? We go quiet and stare at the darkness. How long were we like that? Right when my body wants to take a rest, my eyes start to close. Huh? I feel something on my hand.
Saber.
はい。考えるのは明日にしましょう、シロ。明日になれば良い案が浮かぶかもしれませんし、それに
I would like to sleep like this for now. She says so while holding my hand.
そうだな。俺もそうしたかった。
Well, I'm honored, Latronics rules.
おやすみなさい、シロ。目を覚ましたらまたいつもの私たちに戻りましょう。
Okay, so like, I want some Saber ASMR right now. Shirou. I close my eyes with her next to me. My last vision of Saber sees her smiling warmly. I don't care if that was just for this night. Right now, her hand is warm. It is more than enough for me right now as I fall into a comfortable sleep. I fall asleep without knowing if I will be able to keep our hands connected even after everything is over. Utopia! When I wake up, the sun is already way up. The sunlight coming in from outside is faint and the room is dim. I feel like it's still last night and shake my head violently.
外は曇りか。道理で目が覚めないはずだ。
It seems my sleep-deprived body caught up on sleep, taking advantage of the darkness of the room. It seems it's already past 1 o'clock. Good for you, you finally sleep like I do. Oversleeping this much can't just be called sleeping in. Oh yeah?
セイバー、起きてるか？
There's no answer. Saber is sleeping next to me, slightly curled. I wake up when I'm not sleepy anymore, but Saber has to recover her magical energy. Considering how long she slept before, she probably won't wake up until dinner. You're gonna walk right out of that room and Reen's gonna be like, "Gosh, Shirou, you smell like sex. What the fuck?" Whoa. Hi. We do have working AC. I leave the room, trying not to wake Saber up. There's no need to wake her up right now. The contest begins at night. I don't think Lancer or Gilgamesh will appear during the day. So I have to come up with a plan. Putting Lancer aside, Gilgamesh will certainly come again tonight. I don't even need to think about it considering his personality and the murderous intent he showed last night. But what should I do? He has an infinite supply of noble phantasms, and one of them even exceeds Saber's Excalibur. Yeah, go for it. Berserker was a difficult enemy to defeat, but we still could fight him even though we were inferior. We could look for a chance for a comeback, even when he was pushing us. But he's different. It won't be even a fight right now. If he uses that noble phantasm called Ea, we will all die.
手を考えないと日没まで時間がない。
There's no solution if I think on my own. If Saber, Tosaka, and I can't think of a plan, then...
教会監督役であるあいつなら
Bad idea, Shirou. Really, really bad idea. He might know a way to overcome this situation. King of Heroes, Gilgamesh. Kotomine Kire said that he would find some measure against that survivor of the last Holy Grail War. I know he's full of shit, but we can't find a countermeasure, and that priest might have already come up with a plan. I go up the hill. The sky is filled with gray clouds. What's my Discord? Just check the video description and there's a link to it. The church is the only thing at the top of the hill. There's no one in sight, Not even the sound of birds, because you could totally see the sound of birds. Is it because of the dark sky? It looks more ominous than holy. Metaphorically, it feels like a gallows, going up the long hill through the large courtyard, prosecuted before God and falling to hell.
なんだ、例え話になってないな、それ。
Goodbye, stream, you were great. That's funny. I'm glad you enjoy it. From the beginning, a church is a place where people die. Well, for funerals, that's what you mean. They don't die in the church, though. Unless it's a really, really creepy church. A hospital is a place where they try to prolong life, but at the same time, it is also a place where people face death. A church is the same. In those terms, no place has more deaths than here. The wind is cold. Fastening my collar, I go up the stairs to the church.
Kotomine, 話があってきた。
Okay, so I think if I stream tomorrow, I can actually finish. Not tomorrow. Why am I saying tomorrow? Friday. Sorry, Friday. I have to work tomorrow. But the next time I stream, I should be able to finish off the Fate route, and that'll be awesome. I'm actually going to wrap it up for now. This has been a relatively exhausting stream for me, which is funny. Thank you all for tuning in. If you haven't yet, check out the Lore of Semiramis. I just uploaded it this just like an hour or two, or an hour before the stream, so definitely check it out if you haven't.
Just do it!
Get on with it! But, yeah, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe to Otaku Daikun for more anime lists, reviews, discussions, lore videos, let's plays, and the Holy Waifu Wars. Until next time, celebrate your fandom.